Long shot, blocked in front, Salak looking for the game. Yuri Pastuka ties it! 2-2 as Yuri Pastuka off the giveaway. Florida has it. Corner score! Alonson standing beside Harrison. He's pumping the crowd up. Listen to this. It's getting ready to go down.
They have it back behind the net. On the attack here, inside the line, Lathan. Four shot, hit wide, and a rebound. He couldn't get the far play. What a save made there. First on the board for the first time. Bermuda in front, he goes, goal!
Rolling Kramer across the shot in front, he scores! Roman Kramer wins the game in overtime. 4-3 the final.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. Kendall Grayson with you as always on WTOB Radio, YouTube, Facebook, and Sportfeed. And we thank you for joining us for this three-game series. Thunderbirds finally on home ice for a stretch here after two road games to finish last weekend against Athens. It was a home game here on Friday, but now the Thunderbirds in a stretch of playing 6 consecutive games here in this facility. 2 next weekend against the Athens Rock Lobsters, but we're getting down to the final games of the season. Twin City has 9 games remaining. They have 7 of the 9 here on home ice, and so the home fans will look to spur them on in this push to the playoffs as they're trying to reel in the 4th place PD Ice Cats. So the Thunderbirds currently 14 points behind, as we always do each and every night. We'll keep you updated on the out-of-town scoreboard report for these important moments going on around the league and here as well. We'll have a Sunday game for you this week at 4:05. It'll be the only game on the FPHL calendar here on Sunday. Tomorrow night, it'll be a 6:05 puck drop. We're looking forward to 80s night. Mascot birthday is the promotion for tonight's game. And so as the mascots are celebrating their birthdays tonight, next weekend we look ahead to 90s night on Friday and Atrium night on Saturday. Thunderbirds will be in specialty sweaters for the Atrium night showdown against the Athens Rock Lobsters. You can find your tickets where you always do at TwinCityThunderbirds.com as we're looking forward to that. All right, I mentioned the games from around the league and the important scores to watch. PD is playing Monroe tonight at 7:15. That'll be a key and critical game to keep our eyes on Thunderbirds fans as the night goes along. Topeka's on the road to play Port Huron. Baton Rouge on the road to play Blue Ridge. Indiana playing host to Binghamton. Watertown playing host to Danbury. And of course we have our game here with the latest start time of the schedule at 7:35. But all games from 7:05 to 7:35 on the league schedule tonight. We'll have a look at the standings, and the picture is getting clearer in the Continental Division side. Athens, Monroe, and Columbus have all clinched a playoff spot. They're still jostling back and forth for seeding, but right now, Athens, Monroe, and Columbus, they are locked in. There's 2 teams that have been eliminated, the Zydeco and the Breakers. We're going to see the Breakers here for 3 games on the weekend. And so the only message that we have left to get across is the 4th and 5th place positioning. PD is in 4th. Thunderbirds are in 5th. And 14 points behind entering the weekend. We'll see if the Thunderbirds can overcome the deficit here over the next few weeks. On the Empire Division side of things, Binghamton has won that division. They've clinched the division with 122 points. Port Huron's behind them. Topeka is not yet locked in. Blue Ridge is not yet locked in. And then it's a drop-off to 5th place. Danbury, Watertown, and Indiana have been eliminated on that side. So we'll keep you updated throughout the weekend, throughout the next couple of weeks. But that's what it's looking like. The Thunderbirds in 5th place. The top 4 teams on each side make the postseason. And so we'll see if Twin City can chew into the deficit and start to take some points away coming up here. Starting with tonight's game, we'll see if they can go out and get 3 for a regulation win. Here are the leaders on each side. It's Zach White, Roman Kramer, Kaysen Gallant for the Thunderbirds. White with 54 points, Kramer with 45, and Gallant, who had a phenomenal weekend last weekend. Of course, it was capped off with that Sunday performance, a 4-goal performance from him on the road in a loss. But he was really good. He's up to 18 goals on the season, 36 points. We believe it's going to be Boris Babbitt, the starting netminder tonight. We see him with a .905 save percentage. Chad Purdy backing up with a 9-2-2. We expect it to be Anton Barokin on the other side. Barokin with a .587 goals against average and .879 save percentage. Biloxi at the bottom of the division. They've won 5 games in regulation this year. They have 2 additional wins for a 7-win total. So they're looking to win for the 8th time this season and trying to win a road game for the first time since early December. On the top for the Breakers, it's Hugo Koch with 40 points. Right behind him is the captain, Pikarczyk, with 35, and Ross Bartlett has 30. So that's the leaders on each side. We mentioned that it's the mascot's birthday tonight. We have 3 mascots here in the organization, Winston-Salem and Dash, and they're celebrating their birthdays. They're currently riding around at center ice. It'll be 80s night here tomorrow, so come out and see us with a 6:05 puck drop, and then Pucks and Paws, presented by Pep Barn. That's the big game on Sunday. You can bring your dog to the matchup, 4:05, the time of the puck drop coming up on Sunday. So we will step aside here in the pregame show, and when we return, as we always do, we're going to hear from head coach Steve Harrison with our weekend previews. We have a nice shot there at the mascots that are riding around and celebrating a birthday here on this Friday night. So the interview with Coach Harrison will be during the break, and we're scheduled for a 7:35 start time for tonight's game. So we'll step aside and be back with more pregame festivities and look forward to a matchup here between the Thunderbirds and the Breakers. Only time we're going to see the Breakers this season, 3 consecutive games, and it starts tonight. All right, we'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Twin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwynn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwynn Services. One call does it all.
When you compete at your best, you need a team that keeps you moving. At Yadkin Physical Therapy, we're proud to be the official physical therapy provider of the Twin City Thunderbirds. From the first evaluation to hands-on treatment, we focus on what matters, reducing pain, restoring mobility, and building confidence. Because performance isn't just about recovery, it's about training smarter, strength, stability, balance, and control. Our therapists tailor every plan to each individual so you can return to the ice, the gym, or the job feeling stronger. The same level of care we provide the Thunderbirds is here for our whole community. Students, weekend warriors, and families helping you stay healthy and perform at your best. Yadkin Physical Therapy in Yadkinville. Call 336-677-1800 or email ypt@yadkinphysicaltherapy.com. When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Introducing Flow Rewards, the exclusive rewards program for Flow Automotive customers. With Flow Rewards, every vehicle purchase and service visit earns you points towards future maintenance on your vehicle. To start earning and redeeming Flow Rewards points, download Flow Garage, make an account, and add your vehicle. If your account is already set up with your vehicle, you'll start earning rewards points automatically. Add family members to your household to earn Flow Rewards points together. Don't miss out. Download the Flow Garage app to start earning Flow Rewards points with your next service visit or vehicle purchase.
Kendall Grayson here with head coach Steve Harrison for our weekend preview ahead of the team's 3 games against the Biloxi Breakers. Coach, we talked about on the Coach Harry Show. It's an important time of the year. These points are at a premium. How do you go out and get 9 here this weekend?
Well, we had a good meeting this morning, and we just talked about some things that are in our hands, and unfortunately, we're in a situation where it's no longer game 49 or whatever it is. This is playoff games. We got 9 games left, and it's like a 9-game playoff series, and we got to take one day at a time. I know that's an old cliche thing, but an old general manager, I told the boys, the time has come. The Walrus said, and our characters got to come out here. We've got to be ready, and we got to take care of our business. And whatever happens away from the rink, as far as other teams and things like that, that's out of our hands. We've got to take care of our business. At the end of the day, if we do our business, and whatever happens at the end, that's where we got to be. So. I know the characters in the room. I know the guys are buying in, and we'll see what happens.
We'll see a lot of Biloxi here this weekend. Obviously, that's a team that has struggled this season. They're at the bottom. But what are some things that they do well? What are some things that you like from them that our guys are going to have to be watching for this weekend?
Well, the one thing is, when a team like this comes in, they're playing for their jobs, not just for this year, but for next year. And they come in hungry. And I've heard from 2 or 3 different people that they work hard for 60 minutes. And the last 2 teams that we played recently that have been below us, we've not got the points that we wanted, and it's going to be our job to go out and get what we think we deserve this weekend. And if we don't, then that's shame on us. But we've got to go out and do it. And we got 3 big games, and we can't look past Friday. We got to take care of Friday, and then we'll wake up Saturday and go at that time. But I'm excited about it. I this time of year, it's like, as I said, it's playoff hockey, and if you're not going, you might not play, and or so I mean, all the chips are in the center, and it's up to us. And right now, I know some people are, I don't know if you're going to make it or whatever. I know there's 20 guys in that room, and myself, we believe in ourselves, and we believe in the character that we have, and we're going to put our best foot forward and do what we have to do.
As always, Coach, thanks for doing this. Good luck.
Thanks very much. Looking forward to it.
I like having one company that kind of do it all, because I feel like it reduces the mental load of having to research and figure out, who do we call this time? It's just, we'll call Gwen.
We were with a different company that we had a contract with, and our HVAC went out, and they were not able to respond quickly, so that's why we contacted Gwen, and they were able to come out the same day, and we were able to fix that problem. Something that stood out to me about the Gwen staff members that came to our house is they all seem to really care about doing not just a good job, but also about the house. They paid a lot of attention to detail as far as where they put things and how they installed things to make sure there was no damage. They seemed to really care, as if this was their house. After they fixed our AC unit, we were very impressed that Gwen had multiple services. So we went ahead and got a service contract with them and have used them for electrical and plumbing and HVAC.
So eventually we knew that we wanted a charging station for our car. What impressed me was it wasn't just a return of an online quote, it was, let's come out and take a look at it. It felt like they were wanting to help, and then the actions followed. They actually were able to come out and help, so I appreciated that. It's that consistency. So when I call, I know what I'm gonna get. They're going to be responsive, they're going to be polite, they're gonna get the job done, and that keeps me coming back.
What are you doing, bub? Just fixing my chair. You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Do you want an experience that wakes you up? A place where you can scream to your heart's delight? Go ahead. No one will hear you anyway. That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us. Hell yeah,
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Did you know that not changing your engine oil can result in engine failure? Regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine and reduce the risk of engine failure. Schedule your next oil change on the Flow Garage app. The more you know with Flow.
And welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Kendall Grayson with you as always. We hope that you enjoyed the conversation there with head coach Steve Harrison, our weekend preview ahead of these 3 games against Biloxi. If you're watching online, we welcome you into the broadcast. If you're listening on WTOB Radio, thanks for joining us as well. And we hope to see you out here tomorrow night for a 6:05 puck drop for 80s night. 1 week from tomorrow night will be Atrium night. We're going to have a 90s night on Friday of next week. Coming up on Sunday is Pucks and Paws presented by Pet Barn. Thunderbirds will be in specialty sweaters. And looking forward to that one as well. But Twin City's got a game in front of them tonight against this Biloxi Breakers team that has struggled this season. They've won 1 of their last 9, and they dropped the last 3. Thunderbirds have dropped the last 4, and so one of these teams combined, they've got a 7-game losing streak combined. One of these teams is going to find a bounce-back win here. And, of course, we hope it's the Thunderbirds to begin to build some momentum throughout the weekend here in this series. This Biloxi's Breakers group visits the Fairgrounds for the first time as the Breakers, formerly known as the Mississippi Seawolves, and so they went through a rebrand process, and they're here as the Breakers this weekend. But they are at the bottom of the standings. They've been eliminated from playoff competition, and so as Coach Harrison said, a lot of their players are playing for jobs for not only the remaining games and weeks of this season, but probably more so looking forward to the future for next year. And so again, getting ready to go. We will check in on the out-of-town scoreboard report and let everyone know what's going on early on here on this Friday night from scores from around the league. But of course, the Thunderbirds looking to put 3 points in the standings here. That's what you get for a regulation victory. The only game that has a score right now to report is Topeka at Port Huron. That game is 1-0. Monroe and PD has started, but there's no score. 2 minutes past 7:30 for Baton Rouge at Blue Ridge, and so that game is going to start soon. And then also starting soon will be Indiana playing host to Binghamton, and no score to report for Danbury and Watertown. We can tell you, and we will tune in as we always do and get the Geico of Winston-Salem starting lineup live here in the building for these home games. But we can tell you that the starters are going to be Boris Babick in net, Jack Johansson on defense. Joining him on defense will be James Farmer, and the forward line of Kaysen Gallant, Roman Kramer, and Zach White. Those will be the Geico of Winston-Salem starting lineup when we have those announced. And it has been confirmed also that Anton Barokin will be the starter on the other side opposite of Boris Babick. So Babick tonight, he will search for win number 16 on the season. He'll be in search of win 51 overall in his FPHL career. He has a .914 save percentage all time. He's got a .905 this season. And backing up him tonight is number 72, Chad Purdy. Players not in the lineup tonight for the Thunderbirds. Grant Bondi wearing number 10. We've not yet seen him debut for this organization after being acquired in a transaction with Topeka. And we will hear from Grant Bondi and his former Topeka teammate Cole Crowder during the breaks for the Cup of Joe with Joe Cangelosi. That'll be coming up tonight, first intermission break and second intermission break. Of course, Cup of Joe debuts on our YouTube channel on Sundays. Tomorrow night we'll have a listen to the Coach Harry Show. Coach Harry Show can be found right now on YouTube from this past Wednesday, as we had a Wednesday show after the St. Patrick's holiday on Tuesday. And will be at Dave & Buster's this week for a 7 o'clock show. Hope to see you there as we're winding down the regular season, also winding down the Coach Harry Show schedule. That can be found online. The full information for the Coach Harry Show, if you'd like to come out and see the show, it's typically on Tuesdays. We had it on a Wednesday this week, and we've had a couple of schedule changes to accommodate our partners throughout the season, but it's almost always on Tuesday. And we've got additional dates. Dave & Buster's on this Tuesday. They'll be back to Little Italy on March the 31st. April 7th will be at Earl's. Dave & Buster's on April the 14th. And Little Italy on April 21st for the schedule. But that can be found again at TwinCityThunderbirds.com. So at 7:35 here, we are getting ready to go. They still have just over 7 minutes on the scoreboard. And so we're waiting for this one to begin. The lights are out, and soon we will see the lights, the overhead lights turn down, and the smoke and all the effects of the Thunderbirds hitting the ice. Twin City in search of win number 21 tonight. Thunderbirds have an overall record of 20-26-1, and I mentioned Biloxi and their struggles this season. They've got a record of 7-38-1. They are at the bottom of the standings, and a big opportunity for Twin City here this weekend, as they've got a team that is below them in the standings, which has been rare for them to play a team below them in the standings this season. We saw a series against Watertown a couple of weeks ago, and a series against Baton Rouge as well. So now it's the Thunderbirds' turn to play the Breakers, and again, we'll see if they can start the weekend off right with a victory. Last time on the ice, it was a crazy game at Aikens Ford Arena. It was a 7-6 final when it was all said and done. Thunderbirds were outshot 43-37 on Sunday. I mentioned the 4-goal performance for Kason Gallant against his former team. But Twin City fell behind by 3 goals in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Kason Gallant got a goal late in the first period, in the final 5 minutes of the first. And then after making it 3-1, Athens was able to score 3 consecutive in the second period. So about the halfway point of the second period, a goal scored by Gleb Van Durken at 10:24 of the second period. Halfway point of the period, halfway point of the game, roughly, the Thunderbirds were down 6-1 on Sunday. But the good news is they came roaring back and nearly were able to tie that game. A lot of fight shown by that group on Sunday. Gallant scored to make it 6-2 after 2. And then in the third period, Thunderbirds scored 3 goals in about 5 minutes of game time. Keeley, Dumas, and once again Gallant. That was a hat-trick goal for Gallant to make it 5-6. And so after all of that, the Thunderbirds down by 5 goals. Halfway through the third period, all of a sudden, Twin City was down by 1. An additional goal was scored by Athens. The Thunderbirds got one late with the aid of an extra attacker in the final 2 minutes. And so that made it a 7-6 final on Sunday. Thunderbirds dropped all 3 games last weekend to Athens. It's an opponent that's at the top of the Continental Division standings, but it's an opponent that they've not yet defeated this season. They're going to get 2 additional tries at it coming up next weekend, and we hope to see you here Friday and Saturday. It'll be 7:35 on Friday. It'll be 6:05 on Sunday. Parking will be normal tonight and tomorrow night, but there's going to be midway parking on Sunday, we've been told, due to the Wake Forest basketball game that will be played next door on Sunday. Here comes Coach Harry and his staff ready to go for another home game here at the fairgrounds. And so they make their entrance to the home bench. And now we'll await the 2 teams. But it'll be a 4:05 start on Sunday. Wake Forest has a second round game in the NIT basketball tournament next door on Sunday at 4:30. And so we encourage everyone to arrive early, as we do anticipate some traffic buildup in the area due to that extra event that's going on next door on Sunday. So again, it's a 4:05 start Sunday. It'll be 6:05 tomorrow night. And just past 7:35 right now, hoping to get this game going quickly. Twin City will be in specialty sweaters on Sunday. Those will be live auction. The specialty sweaters the following week on Saturday for the Atrium Health Night. Those will be auctioned off online through Dash. So we get a nice close-up shot there at the bench. Again, if you're tuning in, We thank you for joining us. Thank you for making Thunderbirds hockey part of your night, part of your weekend. It's going to be busy here at the fairgrounds this weekend with 3 games against Biloxi. We will keep you updated on scores from around the league. Of course, this time of the year, Twin City interested in the team in front of them on the out-of-town scoreboard report. That is the PD Ice Cats, and currently no score in their matchup against Monroe. Port Huron and Topeka are now tied at 1, and Binghamton has a 1-goal lead on the road against Indiana. All right, nearly ready to go. They've turned the lights out here, and we will await the entrance of this team. In the white sweaters, skating out now, the Biloxi Breakers, led out by goaltender Anton Gordokin. So Gordokin leads them out. He wears number 31, native of Russia, 26 years old, and an .896 save percentage. And so he's looking to improve on his statistics and give his club what would be a giant win here to open up the weekend. Thunderbirds looking to defend home ice as the crowd continues to file in on this Friday night. Thunderbirds will be in the black sweaters and in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. They will attack right to left. They fire up the smoke, and soon we'll have the entrance of this group. The Thunderbirds hit the ice, and now it's time for the Geico Winston-Salem starting lineup. All right, so there we have the Geico Winston-Salem starting lineup. Thunderbirds hockey here on this Friday night. Looking forward to a 3-game series on home ice against Biloxi. American Elevator will present the national anthem.
Suite of industrial automation, integration, and motor control services. Visit GreatBrook.com. Tonight's event spotlight is sponsored by Aaron and Carrie Larson with the Sign Shop in Trout, helping your business and event succeed with premium signage and apparel needs. Thunderbirds fans, please help us recognize tonight's Sign Shop special service member, Gunnery Sergeant Keith Waddell.
right, and with that, we are ready to go on this Friday night. Thanks for tuning in. Kendall Grayson with you as always. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey looking forward to a 3-game series against this Biloxi Breakers team, the only time that we will see them here this season. Biloxi has been eliminated from playoff consideration. The Thunderbirds have not. And so they will look to put 3 points in the standings here. Twin City will attack right to left in the opening period. The Pine Tree Tavern first. As we celebrate the birthdays of mascots Winston-Salem and Dash. Here we go. Sit back and enjoy it. A weekend of Thunderbirds hockey here at the fairgrounds is underway. Thunderbirds fire immediately out towards center ice. Play the other way and then back for James Farmer. Rolls in on Boris Babick, and it's an early whistle in tonight's game as we play just 13 seconds. Still no score in the game on the out-of-town scoreboard report that we're all keeping our eyes on. Monroe and PD tonight. Far side corner. Farmer looking to work this one free on the face-off. And back behind the net. Jack Johansson found it. Near side Kramer up through center as he had Gallant, but he just couldn't feed it to him. Here goes Kramer, streaking onside. Kramer's in. Back behind. They center one in on goal. Shut down. That was Zach White with the opportunity. What a chance there early on. But a big save made on White. Down behind the line it goes. Into the corner. As each team now with officially one shot on net. Out to center. Play by Farmer. Up he goes to find Gallant. Gallant. He'll drop it down behind the net. Borodkin. Here's Kramer as the Thunderbirds are making changes out towards center ice. Chris Mott jumps on the ice. Now they look to work it around Johansson. Heavy hit there in front of the Thunderbirds bench. Found by Farmer. Farmer goes out to locate Mott with a pass. He squeezes one across. Jacob Schnapp shooting one. Glove save made by Borodkin. 18:50 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Jacob Schnapp looking for his 9th goal of the season and career goal number 58. He is skating in his 208th career game in the FPHL tonight. Jacob Schnapp, former Carolina Junior Hurricane in the USPHL. Face-off win, up top, Pistuka drives one. It's blocked though, and it finishes along the near side. Pistuka playing defense once again. Spent most of the season at forward, but he can play them both. And so he's moved around the lineup. Gave it away here, and a tie-up in front of the bench. Eventually found by the Breakers. And that was Alfred Roderodi who had the play on it. All right, so early on here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period, Kendall Grayson with you as always. We are scoreless. It's the Thunderbirds and the Breakers. 3 games here at the fairgrounds this weekend. And from center, here goes Mott, near side to find Jacob Schnapp. Try to return it back to him. Rebound, give it up. They chop it right in on net, but a save made by Borodkin. And so already a couple of good saves by Anton Borodkin. Back they'll go. That time it was from the captain. Swing it back behind Lucas Pekarchuk. Biloxi looks to drive it onside. They do, but they no longer have it. It's Matt Garcia now to possess the puck. So Garcia's got it back behind the net. And it goes back to him. And he'll fire one quickly out to John Boutita, the captain. Now it's up to Jan Salak. Salak's onside. Good move. Looking to fire. He waits. And he couldn't shoot it. They go up high to Hanley. Hanley, a slap shot. Blocked in from the goal. He scores! Chopped in. It's 1-0. Nate Keeley finds a rebound in front of the goal. It's a fast start for the Thunderbirds. They are off and running with a 1-goal lead. 17:29 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Nate Keeley has scored for the 8th time this season and the 30th time in his career. Good start to the matchup. And Keeley has put the home team out in front by a goal. Gallant looking for it. Chopped down as he'll now drive it back behind the goal and look for a play for James Farmer. Farmer tried to advance out to center. He couldn't do it. Pressure to him. He had to turn and retreat. As they'll announce the goal to Keeley. There's the call for Keeley. It's Keeley from Hanley and Garcia at 2:31. Chance here and on Babick, and he shut it down. Bit of a mini breakaway there. They had about a half step to the near side post, but Babick was able to make a play on it. Still onside here. They'll move it around the zone. Bottom of the near side circle. Koch goes in front, and he's shut down. Hugo Koch, one of the scoring leaders for this Breakers group, out to center. Goes by White. He wasn't really sure where it was as he was tied up, and it went back behind and is collected in the defensive end for Biloxi. They'll squeeze a pass off the glass, and it's back onside. Thunderbirds looking to swipe it away, and they do. Craig had it briefly, then taken back aside and played again. Heavy hit there from Farmer as he greets Choette and Blacksmith, but Blacksmith got it back, and then it's taken away from him by Chris Mott. Mott has an option out to center to Kramer if he can get it to him, and they will slow the play down in front of the bench. Back down the rink, in behind the net. Babick looking on. Thunderbirds early on with a 1-goal lead and out shooting the Breakers 5-3. Back in behind the net. Craig, he'll go out through center and find an option. They'll hammer one onside here from Mott. Ran into the linesman there, but continues on. Craig looks to hold the line. Snop looking for a free puck, and trouble brewing for Brennan Spinelli, who pulled it back behind the goal line. Give away to Snop in front, maybe just out of his reach. I thought Jacob Snop was going to be able to get to that one. Thunderbirds looking good here early on. Long drive in on Babick, and that one swiped away with ease. Out to center, maybe a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Thunderbirds have it. Dom Dumas back behind, looking for a play to Yuri Pastuka. Pastuka has found it, evades a check as he throws it back behind the goal line. In front, they try to find a pass to Keeley. Taken aside by the Breakers. Twin City gets it again. We have played now 5 minutes in our Pine Tree Tavern first period. Thunderbirds working with a 1-goal lead here on home ice thanks to Nate Keeley. A collision there in front of the visitors bench. Alfred Rodarodi was involved as Kate Hanley got knocked over. And here comes Keeley, the goal scorer. Flips in front of the goal looking to make something happen. Finishes in the far side corner. Salak gives to Butita. Down low back for Keeley. Keeley will try to find it now. Thunderbirds out shooting the Breakers 6-4. So 1-goal lead. And Twin City looking to add to it here. They'll dish it down low as Butita searching for it. Back across it goes. Racing it is Keeley. Giving up though. And here they go with it. Breakers put it onside. Down behind the goal line. They'll look to fight for it as Thornton looks on. Carter Thornton of Oshawa, Ontario. He moved it down the rink, and now he'll try to go find it himself. He's got it. Looked to slide the pass across the zone. Couldn't do it. Long shot in on Babick, and he gave up a little bit of a rebound, but he was able to get to it and cover it. All right, so that will take us to our opening media timeout of tonight's game. The Thunderbirds have a 1-goal lead. We'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Two pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, two pillows, endless possibilities.
And welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Twin City Thunderbirds hockey. Kendall Grayson with you as always. And as always, everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a good start for this group here on home ice. Twin City looking to snap a 4-game losing skid It goes back a couple of weeks. They dropped 3 in a row last week in Athens. Chance onside here. Kramer looked to put it in front of the net to Gallant. And taken away, goes to the far side of the building. Almost held onside by Jack Johansson, but now there's pressure to him. And so he's turning and was able to put it down the rink. Back behind the net. Turnover forced. Kramer across, in front. They drive one. Oh my goodness, what a save there from Barokin. Just a magnificent save with a glove to keep this a 1-goal game. Good work there by the Thunderbirds, though. Aggressive in the attacking area, able to force the Breakers into a giveaway. And nearly able to make good on that one. Zach White had a little bit of a discussion there, a bit of a moment. That amused some of us up here, myself included. All right, face-off victory. Here we go. Long drive, and off a deflection, falls down to the near side. They look to fight for it from there, as they put it out in front of the goal. Made its way back across the rink. Another turnover forced. Gallant goes in from one-timer and on goal for the far side post and Kramer, but once again, Anton Barokin is there to make a save. Well, Barokin has started 11 of the last 14 games for this team. He's on his 4th team in the FPHL this season with Watertown, Blue Ridge, Indiana, and now Biloxi. So he's moved around a bit this year. Breakers have also, as you can imagine, have made lots of changes to the roster, being where they are in the standings. Here's Gallant, and he slammed it in on the pads of Barokin, but made a save. A centering play out in front makes his way all the way to the center ice logo. We have played 7 minutes in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Thunderbirds up by 1, looking for another one here. Down it goes. Could be trouble brewing the other way. Breakers have a rush down the rink to look to center, but Farmer got back defensively. As Gillette and Blacksmith was open to the near side, couldn't get it to him. Now it's Zach White onside. Gallant wide open, fakes, drives one. Save made by Barokin. Left pad save made this time. Thunderbirds back to it again. In front they go, bouncing around, and Barokin is doing everything he can, facing a barrage of shots to keep this a 1-goal game. You have to like the way Twin City's playing early. They got a 1-goal lead to show for it. Far side of the building, collected here by Pastuca. They'll go out through center over the red line, eventually have the blue line onside, a chance. In front for Crowder, couldn't fire. Pastuca shoots, His 7th of the season and goal number 156 in his career. Yuri Pastuca makes it 2-0. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Thunderbirds now working with a multi-goal lead here to open up the weekend. Face off at center, following the second scoring play of the night. Twin City has each of them. Back into the defensive end as they'll work it down the rink quickly, looking for another one. Another drive and a save made this time by Barokin. Now also go to Pastuca. Yuri Pastuca from Chris Mott and Jacob Schnapp at 7:50 of period number 1. Face-off win. Butita got it to Garcia. Long shot, blockered away confidently there at the top of the goal mouth by Barokin. Thunderbirds really ramping up the shots on goal volume. Here's a chance the other way there, as the Breakers look for it here on side. Down to the near side corner. And away it goes across the other side with Matthew Horan. He was able to bring it down the rink. Thunderbirds look to chase it down. In front they go, and Keeley looking for the opportunity there. Back behind the goal line. And we'll see if Twin City can locate it. At the center, put onside. And back it goes. Boris Babik is there looking for it. So Babik will flip it here to the near side. Butita has plenty of room. And out he goes to find Salak, who finds Keeley. Nate Keeley onside. Keeley opened the scoring here in the first period. Pastuca got the second one. Back in front, another chance, and Broken ready for it. So I mentioned the shots on goal volume is really ramping up here. We have not yet played half a period. We got 10:57 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. That was the Thunderbirds' 14th shot. So if they keep this up, you can do the math. They are close, would be close to having 30 shots on goal in this first period. They got 2 goals. They'd be on pace to score 4 as well. Here we go with Kramer now. Kramer looking to find it the near side. He had it, dropped it back to Gallant. Gallant returns a favor to him. Goes way across his own now to White, a one-timer. Save made by Broken. Falls down. Still onside here for the Thunderbirds. They'll try to track it down. Breakers have it through center. And here they go. Giveaway. White calling for it. Kramer, and he tried to step around everyone as he was open. White knew that, trying to send a pass across to him. Now Kramer looks to step in and steal it. Kramer was able to score a goal back in the first period a week ago on Friday, but they eventually went to a review and called it off due to an offside. In on goal, Broken will want to settle it. He does. And that'll bring us to another stoppage. Shots on goal now 15-5, and it's 2-0 on the scoreboard. Keeley and Pastuca, the goal scorers. No score between Monroe and PD. That game is going on in Florence. Blue Ridge is up 1-0 on Baton Rouge. Topeka and Port Huron tied at 1. Long shot here off the face-off is driven wide. Thunderbirds will look to track it down. Craig, he fires it ahead. Into the near side corner. They'll look forward from there. Crowder across looking for Mott. Mott down behind the goal line. He's given a bump. And off the back end he goes. High in the zone. They try to return it back to him. And take it away and flip to center. Chris Mott applying pressure. Now it's driven across the zone. Onside an opportunity for Biloxi. Good heavy hit there from Connor Craig in the near side corner. Behind the net. Thunderbirds go looking for it across to Dom Dumas. Dom Dumas from a deflection, flipped onside here. Twin City making changes. 9 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. We're under 10, and so due for our next media timeout, unless we have a goal. As we'll have an icing here potentially. There it is, and that will send us to the media timeout. All right, 9:13 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Look out here. Wait just a minute. We got a problem at center. And Keeley and Garcia were able to greet some breakers. As Keeley, good job by Garcia there to stand up for his teammate. As we will hold here for the media timeout. We've got just 1 minute left in it, so we'll just stay with you live if that's all right for everyone tuning in. As I didn't want to send it to a break and miss anything that was going to be brewing there. But thankfully, everything sort of settled down. So we've got the t-shirt toss that's going on around the stands now, as this is our second media timeout of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. That play ended, and a breaker came across and took liberties on Nate Keeley. Good for his teammate Matt Garcia to be right there, jump in if needed. And that's good to see from this group. Thunderbirds have looked good here on this Friday night to get things going, and we'll see if they can continue to play this well. But it's a 2-0 lead for now. They're out shooting the Biloxi Breakers 15-5. Goal scorers Nate Keeley at 2:31, assisted by Cade Hanley and Jan Salak. 7:50, the time of the scoring play for Yuri Pastuca, assisted by Chris Mott and Jacob Schnapp. So that's the information on the Thunderbirds scoring plays here in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. No score between Monroe and PD. Topeka and Port Huron are still 1-1. Blue Ridge leading Baton Rouge 1-0. Binghamton leading Indiana 1-0. And Danbury has a 2-0 lead on the road against Watertown. They return from the second media timeout of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. And there's the face-off. Thunderbirds look to win it. They do. They found the puck here high in the zone. They'll dish it down low. And they'll battle for it. Down behind the line from the side of the goal, and then back to the near side it goes. They move across the rink quickly. Breakers find it, then it's down the rink, and this is going to go for an icing, and there it is. So it's an icing against Biloxi. And Thornton having words here with Garcia. Matt Garcia, as we heard from him on the Coach Harry show several weeks ago when he was a guest and did a really good job. We were live at Earl's that night, as we were back on Wednesday. But he mentioned that he doesn't mind playing that part. He sort of embraces it. And if he has to have conversations during play, after play, he'll do it. Off the face-off, a chance here, and they couldn't fire off the backhand as White had a great opportunity. Long drive, blocked in front of the net, and he'll try to squeeze a play up the Thornton at center. It's intercepted. Onside, Johansson got knocked down, and from his knees tries to make a play here. He'll pop right back up. Open play in front, and he missed the pass to Galani. Had heavy pressure to him, though. Not an easy play to make, and probably a good idea to just use the space that was available there in the zone that time. So they'll move it around the boards, near side. Breakers look to move it out, and they flip it out. And so we'll see if this is going to be a penalty. 8:16 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. They ruled that it was a deflected puck, and so this will not be our first penalty of the night. It's been all 5-on-5 so far. Looking forward to 80s night, the promotion here tomorrow night. The Winston-Salem Dash will also be in the building. And then on Sunday, it's Pucks and Paws, presented by Pet Barn. Specialty sweaters. Those have been released on social media. You can find them on the Thunderbird social media account across all platforms. They look really good, and we're looking forward to that one also. Thunderbirds lead it here by 2. Looking for another one here in the first period, but it's intercepted. And the Breakers look to steer it the other direction. They'll walk over the red line at center. Another good move there over the line. That time it was taken away by Johansson on Ross Bartlett. Bartlett out of Fort Myers, Florida. And gave it away there. They'll try it again. In from center, a one-on-one. Pastuca back defensively. A shot kicked out by Boris Babbitt. Well, that was just the 6th shot of the game for Biloxi. And Babbitt has not been tested very often as we got a stoppage here, but he was able to deal with that one appropriately. Made a nice left pad save. There was pressure breaking towards the near side post. And Twin City still working with a 2-0 lead. It's 2-0. 7:22 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period as we are back. Opportunity onside for Biloxi right off the center ice faceoff as they'll try to find it by way of Matthew Gellerman. It goes across the rink. The Thunderbirds are to it. Here we go. Chance onside. Mott. Good move. He looks to feed a pass high in the zone. Schnapp was calling for it. Craig was also open. They briefly gave it away. Now fighting for it again. But Biloxi's got plenty of room to make a play. And it's Alfred Rotorodi. He'll play ahead, and it's picked off by Pastuca. Here's Jerry Pastuca looking to skate onside with it. Not played it. Delayed offside for Mott. He's got to tag up. Pastuca, one of the alternate captains, wearing the A on the front of the sweater. And as I mentioned, a versatile player in the lineup as he's played defense here the last couple of weekends. We saw him at the forward position for most of the year. Here's Hanley. Good little play there, just pushing it softly off the backhand, leading a pass up to Garcia. Now he snaps it across the rink with Keeley looking for it. Down behind the line, here's Keeley. Nate Keeley still with it. And Thornton runs into him, looking to steal it away. Keeley down behind the net. It's Hanley, way up top, slap shot through traffic. Save made way out of the net here, and then covered up. Again, way out of the goal was Barokin. Very aggressive, and he was able to survive that chance. to 6, shots on goal. One sitting in front, 2-0. There's the face-off, and the face-off victory. Matt Garcia in front to Butina. Goal! John Butina finds it in front, puts it in. It's his 10th goal of the year, 123rd of his career. And the Thunderbirds take a 3-goal lead. It's 3-0 with 5:53 left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Face off at center. Zach White will take it. And down it goes. A goaltending change has just been made. We will see Raul Sharma now in the net as they announce the goal. So that's it for Barokin, at least for now. And a chance onside. Look out! It was deflected right in on Babic, I think by his teammate getting back there. Didn't mean to do that, certainly, but he had to be ready. Twin City will find it here deep in the defensive territory. Played out in front of the goal, but Farmer was there to swipe it away. John Butita from Jan Salak and Matt Garcia at 14:07, the Pine Tree Tavern, first period. Thunderbirds onside, a chance. They go back in front of the goal here, and it goes wide. They'll find it high in the zone. White tried to feed a pass across. And in from center, here come the Breakers. Chance, in on goal, shut down by Babic. We got 5 minutes left to go in period number 1 here tonight. Gillette Blacksmith goes across with a pass. They look to drive it back in front of the goal. Thunderbirds will try to search for it here. And good intercept by Farmer. So Twin City's got it. Here they go. Onside, Kramer in front. Oh, and it pinballed free, and then it was covered. My goodness, how did that not go? All right, that'll send us to a media timeout, our final one of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Nothing brewing right now, so we'll take this one. We'll step away and be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwyn Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwyn Services. One call does it all.
Every car gets warning lights, but did you know the color actually means something too? Red indicates an issue that requires immediate attention. Orange indicates a less urgent issue, like a vehicle service requirement. Blue and green give you information on lights and indicators. The more you know with Flow.
And welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena as we return from our third and final media timeout of the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Twin City on home ice tonight, tomorrow night, Sunday, also on home ice next weekend, and then Friday night the week after that. This is the first of 6 consecutive home games, and we're looking forward to it. Thunderbirds are looking up and seeing 3 goals on the scoreboard as they're off to a good start to this game. We're back as the Breakers will look for it behind the net. Again, a goaltending change made after that 3rd goal. So now we see Raul Sharma in the goal. He wears number 34 for this group. Heavy hit there on the opposite side of the building. Look out! Shot through traffic is turned away by Boris Babic. Garrett Johnson, also a goalie on the roster. They are carrying 3, which you're allowed to do, but most teams choose not to. But again, it was Sharma and Barokin who dressed tonight. Shots are 18-8. 4:04 left to go in period number 1. Face off in the defensive zone. Keeley did not have it initially, but a good second effort was able to gather that one up for himself. And here we go. Cole Crowder plays it ahead, and it's intercepted. Here's Haran, tries to fire fake, drives it in front of the goal, and eventually swept away. Back behind the line, though. Breakers on the attack. They center, high in the zone. Long shot, save made. Boris Babic. Defensive zone face-off for Nate Keeley. Back he goes for Kate Hanley. Hanley will stop there behind the goal line, holding on to it. Stick handling slowly and just waiting for lanes to open up in front of him. He finds one, but then he fired the pass too strong. This is going to go for an icing. So icing has been called against Twin City with 3:23 left in the opening period. Out-of-town scoreboard report. Still no score with Monroe and PD. And again, Thunderbirds fans, we're checking in on that game often as the Ice Cats are in front of Twin City in the standings. We only have 9 games to play, including this one. And that's all that's to be decided in terms of who will represent the division in the postseason. The top 3 teams are already locked in. They're still battling for seeding right now, but it's Athens, Monroe, and Columbus that have locked their way into the postseason. PD and Twin City, the last 2 teams standing, they're fighting to do the same. Baton Rouge and Biloxi have been eliminated. Out through center, no to be stopped from the blue line, and then it's collected again as White will find it. Here's Zach White, Salak in front, and they go back behind the goal. Raul Sharma, the new net minder, they'll pass it around, open cage to fire for Salak, but then he had a player drift in front of him, and Demetrius Christo. Into the near side corner, Joetten Blacksmith will watch in front as his teammate Malayon will skate away from him. And there's White to kick it down from there. Here we go. Back for White across. Kramer shut down by Sharma. Good save made. And collected by Gallant. Then from center. Here goes Gallant. Swings it to Kramer. Kramer holding on to it. Dancing free in the offensive end. Turns across. They go backdoor play. And shut down to the far side post. Great vision from Roman Kramer. As Gallant denied there. What a chance, though. He'll turn here. Wait. Doesn't fire. Putting on a show, though, in the offensive zone. Skating around. Still with it. Try to jam it far side. Got it back. Still with Roman Kramer. Near side, White. Saw an option in front to Gallant, but eventually finished in the far side corner. Thunderbirds are keeping the Breakers in this defensive zone, trying to wear them down here. Nicely done. Gallant across the zone. Still onside. Jack Johansson holds the line. Open is Gallant, shooting it, and it goes off the glass. Got up on the top of the boards. We'll see if they can hold the line. They do. Here's Gallant, open in the middle. Try to drag it back to him. Flipped away at the last second and driven out to the neutral zone. We've got 1 minute left to go in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Here's Gallant across the zone, Johansson, and intercepted. The Breakers will bring it the other way. Now they've got a chance onside late in the first period. Back behind the goal, all the way around. Twin City in front by 3 goals. Shots on net now showing to us as 19-10. Up top, look out. Shot off the glass from Rotororty. Across they go with it. They'll swing it around the zone. Biloxi on the attack late in the period and on Babick, and he covers it. All right, well, coming up in the first intermission break, we will have a listen to part 1 of the Cup of Joe from this week. Second part will come up in the second intermission break. We'll have parts 1 and 2 of the Coach Harry Show tomorrow for you. And we hope you enjoy, again, the programming on the way in the break. We got 20 seconds left here. Back behind the goal for Craig, across and out to center. Just along the red line. Back the other way. Biloxi has it. Over the blue line. Boutita looks to steal. 3 seconds left. They try to tip it wide of the horn. One last try on Babick. Save made with his mask. And that's how this period will end. And so after 1 tonight, it's 3-0 for the good guys. Twin City on top by 3. The goal scorers in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. First it was Nate Keeley, then Yuri Pastuka, and finally John Boutita. Back to back to back. And Twin City off and running here with a 3-0 lead on home ice on this Friday night. Thunderbirds back here tomorrow for a 6:05 start time. And then there'll be 4:05 on Sunday to close out the weekend. It's 80s night here tomorrow night, and then Pucks and Paws presented by Pet Barn coming up on Sunday. One last look at the out-of-town scoreboard report before we head into the break. There's no score between Monroe and PD. The Moccasins on the road are out-shooting the Ice Cats 6-1, but again, no score in that one. All right, first intermission break on the way. We hope that you enjoy it, and then we'll come back for the call of the Flow second period here on the broadcast. After the first period tonight, Thunderbirds 3, Breakers no score. We'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your Flow Offer to Purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
What a day. Rock and roll, let's go!
If you want an experience that wakes you up, a place where you can scream to your heart's delight, go ahead. No one will hear you anyway.
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time.
Who is your daddy?
That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
Hell yeah, boys!
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on-site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
2 pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate, 2 pillows, endless possibilities.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green, and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
All right, welcome back, Thunderbirds fans. This week we have Grant Bondi and Cole Crowder.
Thanks for having me.
First time we're having two people on at the same time.
Thanks for having me. Yep.
Thanks for coming in, guys. I know you guys are new. This is kind of just a way to get fans to know you guys a little bit more personally than just on the ice. So I appreciate you guys coming in. So what has it been like? What are your thoughts that you've been here so far?
Yeah, I mean, we've been here a week. It's been fun. Great group of guys. Trying to get going, trying to get pushing. But great coach, great guys, and it's a beautiful spot in Winston-Salem, so it's been good.
Yeah, everything crowd said. No, I'm having a great time. We've only been here maybe a week so far, but everyone's been awesome. Guys are awesome, and I'm already having a great time. So love it here so far.
I don't do any research on anybody, so you guys came from Athens?
Topeka. Yeah.
That was the first time I swore in this one. Okay.
Let it roll.
So what was it like there, coming over here, getting traded? What was that like? And how'd you end up in Topeka? Because you guys, this is your first year, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is my second year, bro.
All right. Well, we'll start with you, and then we'll get into you next.
I was actually in Biloxi.
Okay.
And then me and one of our Russian forwards on Biloxi got traded to Topeka for two guys as well. And then
so you know Gordon Whalen.
Gordo Whalen, great guy. Absolute beauty. Love Gordo. Yeah, that's pretty. We just got traded to Topeka. Was there for like a month and a half, 2 months, and I'm here now. So
off to us. Well, so what are the? All right, and now what was you?
Yeah, so I started in Biloxi. We like you said, we were both there, and then I got called up to Fayetteville. Played there for a month and a bit, and then sent down. Got traded to Topeka. Was there for 2 weeks, and then traded here. So I've been a little.
Because you've just been everywhere.
I don't unpack my bags anymore. I just keep them packed pretty much. It makes it a lot easier on me.
That sounds ridiculous, but absolutely accurate. So now that you guys have been a couple of different places, what have been some of the favorite spots you've been to? Like,
I mean,
how are the different setups around the league and stuff like that?
I would say Biloxi was super cool, like being on the beach. We had brand new apartments there, so that was pretty cool. And then Fayetteville, that was different for me. Army town. We got to go like practice at the Army base. They had a rink there, so that was kind of cool to see. And then Topeka, I was there for 2 weeks, but another good spot, new franchise, and I thought it was pretty sweet there too.
I've heard like a lot of the southern teams, you have to practice in different facilities. Was that the case for you guys?
No. In Biloxi, I think we were at the Coliseum every day for practice. I think, we were.
It just kind of depended on like events and stuff that are happening, especially if it's like kind of their only facility to have, concerts and, they have the monster jams and all the other stuff, putting dirt in the rink. And so sometimes you're out for a little bit, but no, for the most part, you're at your home rink, which is nice.
Have you guys done any, trying to think, somebody's already interrupting over there. What do we got? It's Nano.
Ever jump in on the show?
No, thank you. We'll pass on that one. We'll get her on one day. I don't know when that day will be, but it's not going to be today. So yeah, you guys have been around the league a lot. Where have been some of your favorite places you guys have played? Some of the different, because
like away rinks and stuff? Or?
It's like when I was in the league, I think at the height it was like 10 or 12 teams. So like now there's so much more, and plus different markets like Topeka wasn't there for me. Monroe was just last year. Athens, I played one game there, so like I never actually stayed in Athens, but I stayed in Baton Rouge and Biloxi. Biloxi was nice. I like the double tree cookies.
Yes,
those are the best. I don't know how last year I ended up with the whole bag of cookies for the whole team, and nobody got cookies. But yeah, where are some of your favorite places to go?
Honestly, playing at we went back to Biloxi, but while playing on Topeka. So going there as on the away team was pretty cool. You're staying right on the water, which was sweet. There's a Waffle House right there on the water. That was one of my favorite parts about going on that trip. I loved going to that Waffle House, looking out at the ocean.
No casino?
I'm not a big gamer. I'm actually not a big casino
me neither.
guy. So Topeka's a pretty cool spot to play.
How's their crowds?
Good.
They're solid.
They're really good crowds there.
Yeah, because I know I guess Indiana's really the only team that we haven't played this year. But as a new team coming in, it's kind of hard to get fans. So it's good to see success around the league because you want it to keep growing. But
they had a team years ago though, right? A pro team.
Where?
In Topeka.
Was it way before our time? I don't know.
But I mean,
it's got to be before mine too, because I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I think they were just happy to get a pro team back there. They had,
you see the Fire Ants,
something like that.
I thought it was. It's not the Road Runner. That's something.
No, actually, I think they might have had Scarecrows before as well, or something like that. But no, I think the Fire Ants, that was in Fayetteville. I'm pretty sure, actually. Now that I think about it, gotcha. But no, I think playing in Athens was pretty cool. That's probably the coolest barn I've ever played in.
Okay.
Yeah, super sick barn. Like you said, playing in Topeka when we went back, or when we went there early in the season with Biloxi. That was pretty cool. We were there for their home opener, so that was full crowd. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, no, I would say Athens. That was probably the coolest rink, at least. I
hated playing at Monroe. That's a place I hated going to.
Do they still have that giant gap under the Zamboni door? Last year, a puck got shot through it.
Come on,
yeah.
I think they might. I think guys were complaining about that in one of the morning skates. Actually,
I think they would fix it by a whole year by now, but
they're fans. I mean, they get a really good fan base and stuff, but they're hollering at you, they're screaming at you.
First goal, they're chucking the snakes on the ice. That's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty sick.
And then the locker room too, the away locker room. Tough.
That was that's a trip. That's a far walk. Yeah, that was the last trip that I did last year. That was tough. Was not a fan of that one. 13 hours. Whoops, that's another one. There we go. Slip up. Whatever. I know you guys have only been here a week. Have you been able to explore the city or?
Honestly, no. I think the only place we've gone besides the rink is Cava. Five Guys. All food places.
We explored our backyard pretty good.
The backyard, really nice backyard.
You guys still got that big vacant area, right, in the back?
Yeah.
The open field.
Some T-ball happened there. Yeah.
Did a fire happen yet on St. Patrick's Day?
I started the fire. I had actually diced my finger a little bit, but we're okay now.
I missed St. Patrick's Day this year, but usually I get down to the house once a year, and that's usually the day, but I started a little early, so I did not make it.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
I like having one company that kind of do it all because I feel like it reduces the mental load of having to research and figure out, who do we call this time? It's just, we'll call Gwen.
We were with a different company that we had a contract with, and our HVAC went out. And they were not able to respond quickly, so that's why we contacted Gwen. And they were able to come out the same day and were able to fix that problem. Something that stood out to me about the Gwen staff members that came to our house is they all seemed to really care about doing not just a good job, but also about the house. They paid a lot of attention to detail as far as where they put things and how they installed things to make sure there was no damage. They seemed to really care, as if this was their house. After they fixed our AC unit, we were very impressed that Gwen had multiple services. So we went ahead and got a service contract with them and have used them for electrical and plumbing and HVAC.
So eventually we knew that we wanted a charging station for our car. What impressed me was it wasn't just a return of an online quote, it was, let's come out and take a look at it. It felt like they were wanting to help, and then the actions followed. They actually were able to come out and help, so I appreciated that. It's that consistency. So when I call, I know what I'm gonna get. They're going to be responsive, they're going to be polite, they're gonna get the job done, and that keeps me coming back.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids.
Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
When you compete at your best, you need a team that keeps you moving. At Yadkin Physical Therapy, we're proud to be the official physical therapy provider of the Twin City Thunderbirds. From the first evaluation to hands-on treatment, we focus on what matters, reducing pain, restoring mobility, and building confidence. Because performance isn't just about recovering, it's about training smarter, strength, stability, balance, and control. Our therapists tailor every plan to each individual so you can return to the ice, the gym, or the job feeling stronger. The same level of care we provide the Thunderbirds is here for our whole community. Students, weekend warriors, and families helping you stay healthy and perform at your best. Yadkin Physical Therapy in Yadkinville. Call 336-677-1800 or email ypt@yadkinphysicaltherapy.com. All right, everyone, welcome back live inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena as we are nearly ready to go for the Flow second period. The officials are returning now. The coaching staff of each team is out, ready to go. Thunderbirds have a 3-goal lead after the Pine Tree Tavern first period, and here they come. And so the two teams are back. We will see Twin City attack left to right in the black sweaters, and moving right to left here in period number 2 will be the Biloxi Breakers. This franchise rebranded, formerly known as the Mississippi Seawolves. Of course, the Thunderbirds themselves went through a bit of a rebrand, changing to the Twin City name and modifying the logo. But as I mentioned earlier, first time this franchise has visited this facility as the Biloxi Breakers. Number 34, Raul Sharma, is back in net to begin period number 2. It was Anton Barokin who started the game. He was swapped after 3 goals. Boris Babic is back for the Thunderbirds. All right, so they put 20 minutes up on the board, and we are ready to go here for the Flow second period. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see if Twin City can continue their good play here tonight. That they've been able to score 3, and they put 19 shots on goal in the first period. White finds Gallant. Gallant finds Kramer off the backhand, and he wanted White to be over there, and he was in that direction, but he just missed him with a pass. Now White looking for it, but Gallant has it. On goal, saved in by Sharma, found here by Roman Kramer. He jumped way up in the air to find that one. And the Breakers will move it the other way. They look to go in from center. There's a delayed offside there as Hugo Koch was way in. And they had to pause the blue line. Now Koch up the wing, gave it away though. As it's swatted out, we'll see if the Thunderbirds can find it. Right now it's Chillette and Blacksmith. Blacksmith onside, the former Columbus River Dragon. Into the corner, back behind the net. Found here by Jack Johansson. Here goes Johansson, up to Kramer. Kramer onside with Gallant. Nice move, across he went, and a tie up there as Gallant was unable to find it. Jason Gallant, fresh off a 4-goal game back on Sunday. That was on the road at Aikens Ford Arena in a matchup against the Athens Rock Lobsters. And Twin City dropped that game despite Gallant's 4 goals in a high-scoring affair at 7-6. Here's Tom Dumas, moves it up to Chris Mott. Mott onside, shooting one wide of the net, looking for the rebound, and they halted play there. Well, Chris Mott with 2 goals on the year, 17 in his career. This is his 21st game of the season. And we have 18:29 left to go in our Flow second period. By the way, an update on the Monroe and PD game. I have been told that that game is in a delay. Meanwhile, we've got a penalty called here. So the Thunderbirds will go to the power play. This will be the first power play of the night for either team. And so down he goes, face-off victory. Let's see if the Thunderbirds can score the man advantage. This one goes wide, a long shot through the screen as White was in front of the goal there, applying some traffic and an option. Back in behind the goal, White centers in front, looking for a play to Keeley, but it goes through his legs, through his skates. And here goes Matt Gellerman the other way. Gellerman was able to get it down behind the line. It's found by Connor Craig. So a delay in the PD Monroe game due to poor ice conditions, as there was some type of a hole in the ice that developed. And so again, we'll keep you updated when we can. We are certainly interested in that one. Thunderbirds are doing their part, looking for some scoreboard help late in the season as well. And a penalty called against Roman Kramer. And so Kramer will be penalized, and that will do it for the Thunderbirds power play. 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the original penalty. Alexis Hardy was in the box, serving a too many men on the ice bench minor penalty at 1:31. And now this is going to be Roman Kramer. He'll be in there for hooking at 2:17. Face off in the attacking end of the Breakers after the penalty committed by Kramer. Entered tonight's game with 24 penalty minutes on the year, 58 in his career. Quick stop there for Farmer. High in the zone, the pass to Keeley. Steps up, shooting one, block. Mott rather. And across they go. Here's Farmer. Good collision. Chris Mott's got room to play it. And off the forehand, he'll zip it back to Jacob Schnott. It's up to Jack Johansson. side. He's got room to play. We're in the opening 3 minutes of the Flow second period. Giveaway. And Blacksmith sends a pass across the ring. See if the Thunderbirds can get to it. Not yet. Shot it on goal. A shot blocked by Hanley. And then it's found by Chris Mott. He's out to center, one-on-one. And now to the near side he goes. He'll zip it back out to Hanley. Thunderbirds making changes. Jacob Snops over the boards, and Matt Garcia possesses it now. Now Chris Mott over to Butita. He scored already tonight. Up top Hanley. Shot! Long shot through the screen. Rebound. Butita. A tight turn to the corner. And now the Thunderbirds on the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. Briefly for 38 seconds. Hardy slipped and fell at center, up to Salak. They missed the pass, and it's down behind the goal line. They'll battle for it from there with 16:05 left to go in the Flow second period. Thunderbirds on home ice here this weekend. 3 consecutive games. They lead this one by 3. Down behind the goal line. Frustration building for the Breakers. Long pass, and this is going to miss. It'll be called for an icing. So just 5 seconds now left on the penalty to Roman Kramer. And although it's an abbreviated penalty kill in 5 seconds, Twin City will go 1 for 1 on the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill to start the game. And face-off driven ahead by Zach White. Skated after him immediately. Out of the box is Kramer, and that's it for the Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill. 3-goal lead continues here early on in the second period. Back in behind the goal of Babbitt. They will reverse play, and it's fouled by Kramer. Kramer all the way across to Jason Gallant. Back he goes to Zach White in front to Gallant. Looks to fire, he does. It's blocked, and they'll look to cycle around the zone now with a couple of quick passes. Connor Flagg with a shot, and the goaltender Sharma run into. And there was not going to be a penalty there initially, and then he threw his arm up. The Thunderbirds player did, and they are going to call this. Well, I think the argument from Twin City there is Sharma was out of the crease. And you can't run the goalie over anywhere, but once he leaves that blue paint, the protections that are there lessen and lessen. And so you can still be called for contact with a goaltender, but they also can just stop the play and not call a penalty. They have that option too. You know, unlike another penalty, really many penalties you could think of, but let's say there's a trip. If there's a trip, you have to call it a trip, and he goes and serves 2 minutes. Goalie interference in that type of a play, you can just stop the play and then not call a full 2-minute penalty. And so I wonder if they're going to discuss that. John Butita put 2 fingers in the air going back to talk to head coach Steve Harrison. I think they're going to keep this call as a penalty colliding with the goaltender. So Kason Gallant has been penalized. He'll take a seat in the box. And this is going to put the Biloxi Breakers on a full 2-minute power play. We just saw an abbreviated power play. And head coach Steve Harrison, I think he's going through some of the same chatter that I just said myself, of that, you know, the goaltender's out of position there. And he got knocked down, he stands back up, but again, once you leave that area, the protections are not like they are when you're tight between the pipes. All right, so it's a Bobo's Deli and Grill penalty kill for the full 2 minutes this time for the Thunderbirds. And they begin it by moving the puck all the way down the ice on the clear. The Breakers will work on the power play. Cox nearly had it taken away from him. All the way around, and Mott finishes the job, clearing it down the ring. Twin City on the penalty kill this season, 73.0%. They have surrendered 48 power play goals against them when they've been killing penalties. And for the Biloxi Breakers, they're in search of power play goal number 32. 16.8% on the man advantage this year. Thunderbirds look to swipe it away. It's onside for now for the Breakers. Now moving around quickly, high in the zone. One-timer in on Babbitt. He's got it. And that is going to send us to our media timeout. So we will step away and be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids. Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from like this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples Design Championship Golf Course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
And from the face-off, as we return from the media timeout, Thunderbirds looking for it. They're still killing this penalty on the Bobo's Deli Grill penalty kill, and we'll have a stoppage here, as I think this one was played by a high stick is the word. So the Thunderbirds have taken now back-to-back penalties. Roman Kramer with a penalty taken on the power play. It was hooking. And officially to Kason Golan, it's 2 minutes, goalie interference at 4:46 of our flow second period. Offensive end face-off for the Thunderbirds, killing the penalty, but the Breakers will get to it. And here they go. On the ice. Onside, Zach Kamalayan comes in looking on as a stick blade went flying through the air. That's Kate Hanley's. So now another disadvantage as Hanley is trapped out there without a stick. Now he gets one from Keeley. Good move there from Keeley. And we'll see if they can clear. Out it goes. Blasted out of the zone by Matt Garcia. Really good heads-up play there by Keeley and the penalty killers as Keeley was able to get his stick to Hanley as he was in a bad spot there. Thunderbirds see it down the ring. Koch onside, now the other way. Blacksmith a drive that goes off the glass. Well wide, down the ring. Zach White could have a play to this one. Here comes the goaltender Sharma, and then back behind the net he goes, and that's now empty as he has to fill back in. And Kramer has it as they killed it off. Chance in front. The shot. And a save made on Zach White from right out in front of the goal. Now we have 13:04 left to go in the flow second period. Twin City still in front by 3. The goal scorers back in the first period. Nate Keeley with his 8th of the year. Yuri Pastuca with his 7th of the year. And John Butita into double digits with his 10th scoring play of the season. Offensive end face-off victory. Here we go. Yuri Pastuca has it and found Kason Golant, but there was pressure high in the zone, so that forced him out to the neutral zone. Now a giveaway by Craig. Twin City gets it again, though. Here we go. White run into. They got it onside, though. Craig it on goal, and his shot was blocked high in the zone. Pastuca comes crashing in with a big check. They battle for it. Off the glass. Still onside. Back and forth they go. Gallant tried to hold the line, and he's forced back out to center. Yuri Pastuca fed a pass along to Gallant. Breakers intercept. Here they go with it. Shot. Save made by Babbitt. And White was tied up there after the whistle. It looks like for now, everything will break away. All right, the official word from the PD Ice Cats is the game tonight, the rest of the game has been canceled for tonight, and it has been moved to Sunday. And so that's breaking news here in the FPHL. The out-of-town scoreboard report, we told you that that game was tied at 0-0 in the first period. Oh, look at this! A couple of breakers ran into each other. And then Twin City iced the puck. That's not going to make their highlights, but there was poor ice conditions there. And again, we've talked about the ice conditions down there have not been good this season. And I know some people, don't take our word for that, but it's coming from the players who play on it. It's coming from the professionals that look at it up close. And the ice has been a problem there all year. It's been okay enough to play on, but they've had some moments. And now they've had to cancel a game tonight because of poor ice conditions. So hopefully that'll get worked on by Sunday. They've got a game tomorrow, too, that they need to play. Here's Mott up top to Snop as they're back onside. Across the ice. One-timer off the side of the goal from Farmer. That fooled a couple of fans here below us. They thought that was going to be goal number 4, and it was close to it. 11:37 left to go. In the Flow second period turnover, Snop looking for possession along with Cole Crowder. There's Crowder crashing in. Chance onside here for the Breakers, and they'll give it away to Mott. That was from Ross Bartlett, who made a fancy move. Cole Crowder searching for it. Biloxi backing up into the defensive end. Johansson powers it ahead. And down behind the goal, collected by Biloxi. Over the blue line. Opportunity onside. Shot goes well wide of the goal. Off of the deflection. In front. Shot. Good save made by Babic, and it's up and out of play. All right. Nicely done there by Boris Babic. Sensing danger, was just able to see that one go off the blocker, high in the air, goes into the protective netting, and then falls down to the net. Maybe it stayed up there. I think some folks still looking at it. So 3-0 is the score here. Thunderbirds got all three back in the first period. Nearing the halfway point of period number 2 on this Friday night. Here's Jan Salak, powers his way onside, top of the near side circle, back behind the net. Hill center, Butita couldn't fire. The Breakers did a good job to get back in front. Still with Butita, now with Hanley. Hanley down the boards, and his pass was not quick enough to make its way up to Keeler. And so it's taken aside by Biloxi. Here's Butita. Fancy move there as he stepped over the blue line. Across the ring. We'll still continue to battle for it here in the attacking territory. We are halfway gone here in regulation. 10 minutes left to go in the Flow second period. Garcia in on net, shut down, and then gloved up by Sharma. All right, that'll take us to the media timeout. Second one of the Flow second period. We'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Finish strong. Start here. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse. All right, welcome back inside. We have 9:54 left to go in our Flow second period. Thunderbirds ahead by 3. Shots on goal updated to 26-15. So Twin City with 26. And 9:56 left to go. We'll reset that for you if you're watching online. Offensive end face-off. Aggressive play, though, from the defensive end for the Breakers. So that'll be brought back to center. If Twin City can get back to it. Right now, the answer is yes, but they move it down the rink. They didn't make the center line at the neutral zone, and so it's called back for an icing. All right, so I mentioned the Monroe PD game has been called off for tonight and rescheduled for Sunday. Blue Ridge is leading Baton Rouge 3-0. Port Huron's got a 1-goal lead on Topeka 2-1. Binghamton leading Indiana 4-0 on the road. Danbury leading Watertown 2-1. Offensive end face-off. Here's Thornton towards the goal. It's blocked. And in front of Babick it goes. He swats it away the last second. And Twin City converging towards it. Thunderbirds the black sweaters here on home ice. It's Zach White. Flashes in from center. Tried to curl around the defender. And then stolen away. That was Brendan Spinelli who got back. And then Twin City steals it. Kramer looks for an option. Can he find a friend to pass to? Along the near side, goes way across the zone to find Connor Craig. Back to him, one-timer shut down by Sharma. Raul Sharma has replaced starting goaltender Anton Barokin after he was lifted after surrendering the first 3 goals of tonight's game in the first period. He's been good since they went to him. Gallant, he'll find it. Here's Kaysen Gallant. Had a 4-goal game on Sunday on the road. Thunderbirds dropped the game, though, to Athens by a goal at 7-6. Out to center. Chopped at. Goes back the other way. Twin City making changes with 8:33 left to go in period number 2. Up the wing. Chance onside for Biloxi. No shot as Johansson's looking to take it away. So Evan Blacksmith, he'll find it high in his own. Tries to move it around Chris Mott. He gets the pass in the corner. Then Dominic Dumas intercepts it. Good work there from Dumas. And up to Crowder it goes. Cole Crowder is in. Shooting a long one, and it goes wide. Biloxi looking to push the play quickly. Shut down, though, by Johansson at center. And so the play will settle down from there. Goes to Mott, then back to Farmer. Farmer holding on to it. He'll find the play to Johansson. Got it right back. Pretty play there from the defensive territory. Here's Farmer trying to drive it. And fanned on it. Rolling free here in front. There's a stick on the ice. There's a glove on the ice. And meanwhile, we keep playing with the Thunderbirds finding it. Chris Mott off the backhand. No one there to receive the pass. 7:35 left now in the Flow second period. Back here again tomorrow night and Sunday. Here's Koch with a chance. Look out. Back behind the net. Rep chance in front. They score. And it's a 2-goal game at 3-1. And so the Breakers are on the board for the first time. And it looks like it'll be Joetten Blacksmith. 28-year-old from Quebec. And that'll be the 41st of his career. Well, the 2 officials are huddled. They are going to review this. They just gave the international signal for let's take another look. So we are going to go into a video review for the Breakers, seemingly their first goal of the night. Well, the zone entry looked okay. Babick looked back behind him. And so I wonder if they're just trying to confirm if the puck crossed the line or not. That's my best guess to what they could be looking at. The Breakers reacted to the goal. The Thunderbirds did too, and Babick was looking back behind him. He clearly wasn't confident that it was below him, but it may have still been below him and not completely over the line. Again, that's my best guess at what they're taking a look at. The zone entry looked good to me in terms of a legal entry and no threat of an offside. The two officials, the referees, now they're going to talk to potentially the goal judge here. They do have additional views of what we're able to bring on the broadcast. They have a goal camera mounted back behind the net to try to help with this type of a review. They also have our feed from up above that they can access. And so again, officially it's a 3-1 game. But I believe that's what they're checking on to see if the puck fully went across the line, and they kept it a goal. And so it is 3-1. The call on the ice was a goal, so they have to have indisputable video evidence there to overturn that. So it's a 2-goal game as the Breakers are on the board here in the Flow second period. We'll have the face-off at center, and down they go. Back into the defensive territory, out to center, and we'll see the Thunderbirds can find it from there. It's Twin Blacksmith from Hugo Koch at 12:35 of the second period. They've not put it on the scoreboard here in the building. It's still showing it's 3-0 in the building, but it's 3-1 as the Thunderbirds will play it ahead. See if this wakes up Twin City a bit. They've not been bad certainly here in this period, but I don't think as dominant as what we saw in the first period. Breakers will get to it over the blue line. Here's Garcia in a battle, back and forth, and then it goes back down the rink. It's in behind Boris Babick. They have 6.5 minutes left to go in the second. Up it goes to Butita. Butita steps onside. He'll go down low behind the net to find Kramer. Kramer in front. White shooting. Blocked a couple of times and then swept away as Butita was there looking to put it in. Down the ring, collected here by Twin City in the defensive territory. Out to the center ice red line where Connor Craig will find it. Craig's onside. Dropped it down behind the net. They'll battle for it from there. Now Craig goes off the backhand. Down behind the goal. Craig has it. Looks to center. He does. High in his own to White. White has an option across. Gets to the Kramer. In on goal. Powered his way to the net. And it's shut down by Sharma. Roman Kramer that close to making it 4-1. Now played by Babick. Went down the ring. Babick played it out to the line. Then played just wide of the goal here. And back through center. Here's Pastuca. Crosses onside. In front to Kramer. White off the side of the goal. There was room to fire. And then it went back behind the goaltender and out the other side. Chance in on goal here. There's the Breakers. They power it wide. Room in front of the goal. Shot. Save made by Boris Babick. Well, I think that scoring play for the Breakers did wake up the Thunderbirds a little bit, playing with a bit more energy here in the last couple of moments and really had some phenomenal opportunities there to our right. That's where they attack in the Flow second period. Offensive end face-off victory for Biloxi. Near side Spinelli. They'll drop it down the wing. They'll look to work from there. The goal scored Choetin Blacksmith. He has the only goal in the game for the Breakers. They're looking to add another one up on the board. There's a hit from behind. Johansson blocked in the battle and able to find it. Not quite out of the zone. Now teammate Chris Mott jumps in. Oh, there's a hit to Mott. He'll continue though. He's able to sidestep that one at center. Down by Schnapp, trying to return it to Mott, who put himself in a good spot along the hash marks in front of the goal. 4.5 left to go in the Flow's second period. Twin City ahead by 2 at 3-1. Here's Johansson. Johansson collects it. Looks to go out to the red line. He'll flip it ahead. Top of the far side circle. Then the Breakers will get to it. They'll move it down the ring. Kate Hanley's there. And Hanley will skate it back to safety behind the goal. Hanley's got room to work. He'll move it to Dumas. A giveaway though. And Dom Dumas will try to find it just along the red line. Back for Biloxi and Spinelli. Spinelli plays ahead. We've played 16 minutes in the Flow's second period. The only goal of the period scored recently here in the last few minutes by Trenton Blacksmith. Here's Salat. Onside in front. One-timer goes wide of the goal from Dumas. Hanley a long shot. Swallowed up by the goaltender, Raul Sharma. All right, it's the final media timeout of the Flow's second period. We'll take it and be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Did you know that not changing your engine oil can result in engine failure? Regular oil changes can extend the life of your engine and reduce the risk of engine failure. Schedule your next oil change on the Flow Garage app. The more you know with Flow.
Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Goaltender Raul Sharma still dealing with, I think, an equipment problem that he was working on during the break. So we'll have just a few more seconds before we get going. But shots are 30-18. Thunderbirds have a 2-goal lead at 3-1 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in our Flow's second period. Coming up in the second intermission break, we will have a listen to part 2 of the Cup of Joe with Joe Cangelosi for this week. That'll be published on Sunday. And again, that's coming up. Butita from the face-off, back behind, looking for a play along to Keeley. Biloxi's with it, then it's Butita. Working hard, found by Salat. High in the zone to Keeley. Couldn't catch the pass, though. Otherwise, it would have been a break towards the net. Here come the Breakers. They're onside. Back behind the goal, though, is Hanley able to position himself well defensively on Matthew Horan. Taken by Hanley. Fans love the effort there. Good, hard-working play. Here they go in from center. And Keeley in on goal. Save made. It's free, though. Back for Biloxi. They'll chip it down the ring. Goes into the corner. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in our Flow second period. Our 3 mascots, Winston-Salem and Dash, all celebrating birthdays tonight. We'll have 80s night here for you tomorrow. They called us back for an offside on Gallant. Zach White is displeased. But the fans having a great time, mascots having a great time, and Thunderbirds ahead by 2. We're going to put 3 points in the standings. That's what you get for a regulation win in the FPHL. You have 2 points in the standings if you win the game past regulation, either in overtime or a shootout. We've not seen the Thunderbirds in a shootout this season. We've seen them in a few overtimes, though. couple of memorable goals here on home ice by Roman Kramer in the extra sessions to win them. In front, a chance here. The shutdown is crouching down was Boris Babbitt. Biloxi still with it though. Koch has a good check to take him away from it by Pastuca. And you hear the crowd react to it appropriately. It's good to see the Thunderbirds very proactive in this game instead of reactive. They're trying to dictate the play and dictate the pace. And on the near side, here's Kramer. Kramer looking for it. Dances in front of the goal. Couldn't fire it though as they get back on him. Out towards center. It's going to make its way there. Here's Farmer. We've got 1.5 left to go in the period. On the near side. Thunderbirds looking for it. Roman Kramer taken away from him. And driven down the ring. Chance onside now for the Breakers. They'll go across the zone with it. Far side corner. Now back towards the near side. Found by Kason Gallant. Here's Gallant. Takes a check. Charges his way out to the red line. There's a hit from Johansson. Back and forth, but it's found by the Breakers. Shot block into the corner. 1 minute left to go in the second. Down behind the goal line. Twin City in front. 3-1. Out towards center. 2-on-1 develops. Here we go. Chris Mott. He's in. Shooting one. And it's deflected back behind the goal. That hit a stick. It eventually made its way down behind the goal line. 34 seconds left to go in the period. Thunderbirds fans making noise, enjoying this 3-1 performance so far. Biloxi onside late in the period. 26 seconds left. Along the near side, Johansson looking to take it away along with Jacob Schnott. Good hit from Schnott. He threw his man down. Long shot in on Babbitt. He makes a save. Still free. They're fighting for it. Shot. They score. It's 3-2. And the Breakers will get another one here in the second period. This one is late in the final 15 seconds. That's the 20th shot of the night for Biloxi. They're being outshot 33-20, but now we got a one-goal game. Face off at center ice following the Breakers' second scoring play of the night and second scoring play of the period. So the Thunderbirds get 3 in the Pine Tree Tavern first period. Biloxi has answered with 2 here in the second. Thunderbirds late in the period. Keeley couldn't fire. Looking for it. Salak back and forth. Garcia. Slap shot goes wide. And that's how the period will end. And so Biloxi on the board twice here in the middle period. And we've got a one-goal game. All right, so we will head to our second intermission break. The Thunderbirds ahead by 1. The two teams break apart here. And we have a nice look there at the Thunderbirds bench as head coach Steve Harrison and his players are leaving. Of course, they go to the locker room to the top left of our screen. And Biloxi breaks off and goes to the bottom left here below us. So we'll see what the Thunderbirds do in the upcoming third period. Again, they're playing pretty good, but they have to continue to keep the intensity up as they let a goal go in there in the final 15 seconds of the second period. So it's Nate Keeley, Yuri Pastuca, and John Butita scoring in the first period. But there in the second period, Choetin Blacksmith and Alfred Roderodi with a goal. Roderodi's goal at 19:45 of the Flow's second period. All right, so this will now send us to our second intermission break. We thank you for tuning in as always here on the broadcast. We hope that you are enjoying tonight's broadcast, and we hope you'll stick around for the upcoming third and final frame of regulation time this evening. It'll be the Culver's third period when we get there, but first we go to our second intermission break. And then after that, we'll have the call of the third. It's a one-goal game. Thunderbirds in front after 40 minutes. This is Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Flow Offer to Purchase makes it easy for you to generate an appraisal for a vehicle online in under 5 minutes. You can confidently use Flow Offer to Purchase to determine your vehicle's trade-in value or to get a real offer to sell it to us. Here at Flow, we've always had a transparent, interactive appraisal process that our customers love. We developed our Flow Offer to Purchase tool to offer you that same great experience online or through our Flow Garage app anytime, anywhere. Using Flow Offer to Purchase is simple. Either enter your license plate number or VIN, and the system will pull up basic information about your vehicle. Some vehicles have options or extras that need to be selected in order to pull an accurate value. Then just tell us about the current condition of a few things like your tires, dents and scratches, or mechanical issues. From there, a real offer on your vehicle, whether you buy from us or not, is just a click away. Just a heads up, our staff will check over your vehicle to ensure your flow offer to purchase is accurate. Your satisfaction is our priority. Flow Automotive dealerships have processed tens of thousands of vehicles using Flow Offer to Purchase, which has resulted in buying many thousands of cars from customers. Try Flow Offer to Purchase for free today. You can access this tool by clicking Sell Trade on flowauto.com or your dealer site by starting the Sell Trade dialog in the center of the homepage.
Gwin Services has been serving North Carolina for over 50 years, ensuring the safety and comfort of our customers' homes. We take pride in bringing together the best electricians, plumbers, and heating and cooling technicians to bring convenience and unbeatable value to our customers. Life can be hectic. What better way to simplify than to have one company you trust to take care of all of your home's repair needs? Since 1972, integrity and customer satisfaction have been at the heart of everything we do. We are proud to have built a name our neighbors trust, one that provides peace of mind and a service that can be relied on, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Thank you for trusting Gwin Services with your home. We are proud to stand behind the work we do every single day to serve our friends and neighbors here in North Carolina. We are Gwin Services. One call does it all.
What a day. Rock and roll, let's go!
If you want an experience that wakes you up, a place where you can scream to your heart's delight, go ahead. No one will hear you anyway.
Yeah, let's go, baby!
Here, you don't just watch. You feel. Come as you are and have a damn good time.
Who is your daddy?
That rumble you hear, that growl you feel, that's us.
Hell yeah, boys!
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Two pillows, endless possibilities. At Cotton & Crate, we make it easy to refresh your home season after season. Our 18x18 and 12x20 pillow sizes pair perfectly with our seasonal collections of interchangeable covers, so you can refresh your style anytime without cluttering up your closet. We're proud to team up with the Twin City Thunderbirds, celebrating hometown spirit and the comfort of home on and off the ice. Thunderbirds fans, enjoy $5 off your order at cottonandcrate.com with the code TBIRDS5OFF. Cotton & Crate. Two pillows, endless possibilities.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate around Winston-Salem and the Triad? Meet Jennifer Sapp, your trusted local realtor. With nearly 30 years of deep experience, Jennifer specializes in everything from historic homes and remodels to investment properties, college town housing, and short sales. She's known for honesty, integrity, and making the process as stress-free as possible. Ready to make your move? Call 336-782-3148 or visit jensapprealty.com today.
Maple Chase Golf and Country Club offers the best in recreational amenities in the Triad. Come enjoy a meal at the Pine Brook Bar and Grill, relax by our pool and cabana, and gear up at the Pro Shop while sharpening your skills on our 9,000 square foot putting green and play around on our 18-hole Ellis Maples designed championship golf course. You can find out more at maplechasecc.com. That's maplechasecc.com.
Yeah, we put in a good session. It was a great time just bonding with the boys. I mean, like you said, we've been here a week, and just to get to click with the boys like that, get to spend some time together and have some fun. That was really good.
Is there anything you guys are going to be trying to look and explore? Because I know we're coming up on the tail end here of the season pretty quickly.
I mean, for me, I've heard the golf course. The boys are going today, but I got a few things I got to do at home. But I'd like to check out a golf course or two on here.
I would like to I haven't really looked yet, but maybe but like some nature trails. Like I would love to go to find some cool nature trails around the area with like some cool lookout points. Like
There's a couple
That'd
of
be
nice
sweet.
ones.
Hiking and stuff. That'd be cool.
There's a couple of parks, like the Winston-Salem Lake. It's like 7 miles around.
Okay.
There's a park on the way to the lake. I forgot what it's called, but you go up to a top point and you could overlook it. You see the city in the background.
That'd be perfect.
And then you got Pilot Mountain up in Mountain area you could go. So that's another good one. Tanglewood's got nice trails. They got horses out there. So there's a couple of different spots.
That'd be sweet for sure.
What's that beach? It's like 3 hours or something from here. What's that?
OBX.
Outer Banks are like 4.5. I went to Wrightsville. That was 3.5.
What's that? Right?
Wrightsville Beach down in Wilmington.
Okay. I don't. My boosters are telling me last night. I just can't remember the name of the beach.
Yeah, I know Wrightsville Beach. Well, the GPS says 3.5. I got there in 3.
Yeah.
Because all you do is just take 40 and just go take 40 all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Outer Banks it said 4.5, so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go down there.
Mm-hmm.
I did a day trip. I left at 7 a.m, got there at 10, got roasted for 4 hours, and then I came back. Yeah, I was like,
blazed by the sun.
I got radiated. I turned red. I was like, this is insane. Even a dark person like me, I turned red. But no, now that you guys seen the extreme weather, because you got here when it was like 80 degrees last week, right?
Well, yeah, it was hot, and then we wake up the one morning and it's tornado warning or something.
Phones are going off, and I'm like, tornado warning. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
I mean, even on our drive down, we're getting like flood warning. This, and we're like, what are we driving into here?
Oh, you guys missed the ice storm in January, or it was the beginning of February. It iced, and then it snowed a week later. This place was shut down for a good 10 days. They didn't know what to do with it.
People don't know how to drive and stuff.
No, well, they don't even clean it. So that was a tough
Just
one
wait till it melts.
Yeah, they pretty much did that. It was bad. And then I live downtown, so a lot of places they were like, yeah, we're not going to work. I was like, all right, I'll live off of whatever the hell I got in my house.
Yeah, it was windy too. It was crazy windy.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Trying to think of anything else you guys want to talk about right now.
I think we've only been here 5 or 6 days, crowds. Honestly.
Yeah, no kidding.
So you only had the one home game here, right?
Yeah.
Fridays.
What was your first impression of that here?
I mean, I got kicked out. So
Wait, I heard about it. I didn't see it. What'd you do?
I hit Gus, and somebody didn't like it, and so he came after me, and I kind of stiff armed him, and he fell, and then I got booted. Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't think I was going to get kicked out, but
that sounds kind of soft.
It was, yeah. You could definitely say so. Yeah.
And then what's his name? Johnson came after you.
Yeah. And like I said, I kind of just stiff armed him. I didn't even get to drop my
fell,
mitts, and he dropped
like a sack of potatoes. Dropped.
And he was kind of crying a bit too, and then I'm sitting in the box thinking, all right, whatever, maybe I'll get a 5-minute for the hit, but even though it's clean, whatever. And then the ref's just I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not finishing today's game.
Was that in the first period?
Second. Yeah.
So you spent some time in the stands though.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of chatted with some people, walked around. I got to meet my boosters. Then we had the auction, and got to meet some awesome people.
What a first day that was for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we got in kind of late.
Thursday night. Yeah, we got in Thursday night at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys drive all the way out from?
16 hours probably.
Did you break it up?
Split it.
Yeah.
Split it.
Where'd you guys stop?
Clarksville, Tennessee. In a hotel.
I searched up. I was like, dude, we need a sauna. So I was like, where's a hotel around here with a sauna? We found one.
I thought there's no shot he was going to find one. And he actually you found a hotel with a sauna. It was insane.
Which hotel was it?
It was awesome. I don't know.
Quality Inn or
Quality
something?
Inn, maybe.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know they had those.
We ate Chipper for 4 meals in a row or something? Yeah, it was intense. We were testing out all the vinaigrettes and seeing who had the best Chipotle.
Which one was it?
Honestly, they were all pretty good, but I would say the one in Clarksville, we were a little upset. They weren't treating us very nicely in there.
I don't think the portion size was great.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little cold.
When we waited, they didn't even have steak. We waited an extra 10 minutes.
We had to sit around and wait. You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a weird. It was weird, but you know, it always hits. Chipotle always hits.
Is that your guys' usual lunch on the roads?
Chipotle so much this year. Probably over 100 times. Literally over 100 probably.
Chipotle and Cava, those are my two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year I was rotating between Chipotle and Five Guys.
Pretty good rotation.
I ate. Well, I didn't play too many minutes, so I didn't care what I ate. But there was times where I'd have like 3 double cheeseburgers and fries at Five Guys, and then the two.
In one sitting?
Oh yeah. No, Roman's seen me eat. It's a sight to see. He's actually taken a couple of pictures before. Oh, is he coming out here to show us?
He might be making his way over.
All right, let's see this.
See this guy eat 5 meals
in one sitting.
Oh, that's not even. That's
I gotta find this picture real quick now.
That was that was like a month ago, right?
I don't know when that was.
It was that one night. Yeah, it was a lot. I like food.
Yeah,
I'm a big food fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you guys probably gotta explore some of the places downtown. They got some nice.
Well, I
nice
went.
restaurants.
I went out to eat last night. I want to say out west, or
out in Kernersville, Out West Steakhouse.
yeah.
That's out in Kernersville. Yeah.
It was really good. I got a nice prime rib and a sweet potato, and it's unbelievable.
My invite must have got lost in the mail, which is fine.
Wow.
We can go together at some point.
No, they were like, "Well, you gonna invite somebody?" And like, we kind of spent the whole day together. And I know no one wants to just sit around with me all day, right?
True.
What makes you say that? Come on.
I'm just kidding. I mean, we've spent a lot of time together, me and Bondi, the last little while.
Yeah, last couple of weeks, especially.
Oh,
So
here
I
we go.
figured I'd give him a little bit. Holy jumping!
Did you eat all of it?
Yeah. Good look at that.
Show the camera. Look at it. Show the camera. That's actually insane, bro.
I'm gonna describe it. So we got 2 tacos, a thing of fries, like some sort of steak ciabatta sandwich. I think those are like meatballs or something. 3 big old meatballs.
Let me see this picture. I'll read it out. What do we got?
Let him do it.
Burger with an egg.
So we had the 2 lobster rolls. We had the mac and cheese ball appetizers. We had the steak sandwich and the burger with the sunny side up burger, 2 bao buns, side of mac and cheese, and then the 2 orders of fries.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, how much was your bill?
It was a lot. I think it was close to $100. It was probably close to $100, and I did have a couple of beers. Yeah, that picture should not be posted
that
in
hurts
public.
my stomach looking at that.
In my defense, that was my only meal of the day. It was a long day.
Yeah. Okay.
And like
Makes it a bit better.
And I walk around downtown a lot, so I log in a bunch of miles. So you know,
you're
I
grinding it off quick too.
yeah.
You're grinding.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's days where I'll go like 10 to 15.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
I like having one company that kind of do it all because I feel like it reduces the mental load of having to research and figure out, what do we call this time? It's just, we'll call Quinn.
We were with a different company that we had a contract with, and our HVAC went out. And they were not able to respond quickly, so that's why we contacted Gwen. And they were able to come out the same day and were able to fix that problem. Something that stood out to me about the Gwyn staff members that came to our house is they all seem to really care about doing not just a good job, but also about the house. They paid a lot of attention to detail as far as where they put things and how they installed things to make sure there was no damage. They seemed to really care, as if this was their house. After they fixed our AC unit, we were very impressed that Gwyn had multiple services. So we went ahead and got a service contract with them and have used them for electrical and plumbing and HVAC.
So eventually we knew that we wanted a charging station for our car. What impressed me was it wasn't just a return of an online quote. It was let's come out and take a look at it. It felt like they were wanting to help, and then the actions followed. They actually were able to come out and help, so I appreciated that. It's that consistency. So when I call, I know what I'm gonna get. They're going to be responsive, they're going to be polite, they're gonna get the job done, and that keeps me coming back.
When you're craving that slow smoke flavor done right here in Winston-Salem, there's only one place to go, Honky Tonk Smokehouse. From tendered pulled pork and fall-off-the-bone ribs to fresh house-made sides, Honky Tonk has it all. Not a meat lover? They've got delicious vegan options too. And when it's time to party, let Honky Tonk Smokehouse handle the catering and event planning. They'll bring the flavor to you. Stop by 145 Jonestown Road and taste why the locals here can't get enough. Honky Tonk Smokehouse.
Being your best is hard. You gotta take care of yourself. You got your husband.
Let's put in a pool. For the kids.
For the kids.
Forget the car. How about a motorcycle?
And if you own a business?
We need servers from, like, this century.
Yeah.
At a Legacy Federal Credit Union, we're committed to helping you be your best you. Whether it's with an unbeatable car loan rate, home equity line of credit, or small business help.
Who's the best?
Visit alegacy.org for our best rates.
When you compete at your best, you need a team that keeps you moving. At Yadkin Physical Therapy, we're proud to be the official physical therapy provider of the Twin City Thunderbirds. From the first evaluation to hands-on treatment, we focus on what matters, reducing pain, restoring mobility, and building confidence. Because performance isn't just about recovering, it's about training smarter, strength, stability, balance, and control. Our therapists tailor every plan to each individual so you can return to the ice, the gym, or the job feeling stronger. The same level of care we provide the Thunderbirds is here for our whole community. Students, weekend warriors, and families helping you stay healthy and perform at your best. Yadkin Physical Therapy in Yadkinville. Call 336-677-1800 or email ypt@yadkinphysicaltherapy.com.
And welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the Culver's third period. Thunderbirds are in front here by 1 in their first matchup of the season against the Biloxi Breakers. Twin City scored 3 times in the first period, Biloxi 2 times in the second period. Points are so critical this time of the year, and we'll see the Thunderbirds can put 3 into the standings for a regulation win. It's a 1-goal game for now. Twin City had a 3-0 lead at one point, with those 2 answering goals there in the second period. That has made it 3-2. All right, final period of regulation for tonight. And we are back with Zach White winning the opening faceoff along to Jack Johansson. And then they stop the play quickly here. And I say quickly, it's only 5 seconds into the period. So we'll look to regroup here and do it again. Time the faceoff's outside of the Thunderbirds' defensive territory. Down it goes, and they'll move it all the way around. Down here by Galan, across the ice, out to White, along to Kramer. Roman Kramer, shooting a long one. Rebound, they score! Well, that didn't take long. Jason Galan, 20 seconds in the third period, has made it 4-2. It's his 19th of the year, 59th of his career. And Roman Kramer, he knew exactly what he was doing there. That was a shot for a rebound. The rebound was given up, and in it goes. It's the first one behind goaltender Raul Sharma tonight. He did not start the game. He entered after starting goaltender Anton Borodkin gave up the first three. And so the Thunderbirds have finally seen one go by Sharma. And it's a two-goal game again, 4-2. 19-19 left to go in the Culver's third period. As we're back, now out to the tails of the scoring play. And out the goal to Gallant. It's from Roman Kramer and Zach White, 20 seconds of the third period. Thunderbirds looking for another one. They slide it across the crease, found here by Jacob Snop. Snop all the way across. Pestuka shoots one. Save made by Sharma, falling over, and that one got him up high. He's shaking the head. I think it hit him near the mask, and I think he'll be all right. He's able to make the save. 18:52 now left in our Culver's third period. Hungry fans, nothing beats a Culver's Butterburger. Fresh, never frozen beef, seared to perfection and served on a lightly buttered toasted bun. Stop by Culver's at 2973 Fairlawn Drive in Winston-Salem today. Culver's, welcome to delicious. Well, we're giving Sharma an extra second or two here to collect himself after taking that shot up by the mask. And we're back. This time the Breakers will possess it as they try to drive it here out towards center. Just along the center ice red line. Now a chance onside. Drop pass to the far side. Chris Mott over there quickly looking to take it away. Heavy hit from Pestuka in the corner. And the puck is found by Connor Craig. 18 and a half to play in the Culver's third. Thunderbirds up by 2. 4-2 the score. 36-20 shots on goal tonight. Chance high in the zone. Stolen away by Pestuka. And he'll look to move it up the rink. Gives the pass onside. A long shot there from Mott was blocked. High in the zone, did not make it to the Breakers netminder. Just along the center ice red line. Found here by Hanley. Hanley backpedaling back behind the net. And then they look to make a play on it. High in the zone. The Twin City has found it. And onside was Salak. Chips it in front. Looking for a friendly bounce. Didn't get one there. Now found by Salak. Here's Salak to do it again. Butita wants to swap with him. Trying to direct traffic with his stick in the air. Salak up top. This time it'll be Crowder. Near side. Butita. Back to Salak. Lost the handle, and it's found by the Breakers. They'll use the glass to move it out to the red line. Butita enters onside. He's got Keeley to find it. Actually overskated it there, but it's held onside by Garcia. And now they got numbers. Salak down low. Keeley in front. He went looking for Butita. And it went just out of Butita's reach. I think he actually made a quick play on it there, but the goaltender Sharma was ready for it and able to keep it away with the pads. One-timer, and Sharma's got it. 17:02 now left. That was the 38th shot of the game for the Thunderbirds. Out-of-town scoreboard report. Again, the Monroe at PD game has been rescheduled to Sunday due to poor playing conditions. Port Huron ahead of Topeka 4-1. Blue Ridge is leading Baton Rouge 3-0. Binghamton all over Indiana at 6-0 in that one. Here's Farmer, open, shooting one. He just missed. There was some room upstairs, high in the net to fire, and that's where he was going with it, but it goes off the glass. Eventually down the ice, and it's back to Farmer. He got it from Gallant. And oh no, here's a shot in on Johansson. Medical staff's out there immediately. Let's hope this isn't bad, folks. He got hit with a slap shot along the near side here towards him, and there's blood out there. Well, they give him a nice applause as he goes skating quickly towards the locker room with Cap right behind him. quickly to go take care of him. He was putting something up by his left ear, and again, that's just a bad chance and a break. Really not a chance. That's a bad, just luck. That's it's a wonder that doesn't happen more often, but when it does, let's hope he's all right. And they're going to get a shovel out to deal with some of the blood that he left behind. .41 left to go in the third period. And again, they're just cleaning up some blood there after Johansson was hit up high with a shot. Well, again, the good news, Johansson skated off quickly under his own power. And just going to now go for some repairs in the locker room. We'll see if we see him for the rest of the night. Thunderbirds have a 2-goal lead at 4-2. So we'll get back to playing here as the cleanup efforts have concluded on the ice. All right. After that, offensive zone face-off for the Breakers. And the Thunderbirds will get to it here, played by Kramer. Kramer out to Kason Gallant. And then they roll just away from him. Back it goes to Yuri Pastuka. He's holding on to it in the defensive territory. Goes up the rink quickly to find Gallant. Here's Kason Gallant. Kramer knocked down from behind. Penalty call. Still onside. White scores! One-timer! And so once again, it's a 3-goal lead for the home team. Thunderbirds in front, 5-2. After that one-timer finds its way behind netminder Raul Sharma. And I don't think they have the broadcast running in the locker room. I know sometimes they have it on in the TVs around the rink in the office downstairs, but Johansson certainly would have heard that eruption from the crowd. So he knows that the Thunderbirds are back in front by 3 goals. 5-2. We played 4 minutes now in this Culver's third period. It's knocked onside, down behind the goal line. Mott will look for it out to center. They announce the goal to White. It's from Roman Kramer and Kason Gallant at 3:45. Turnover here, though. Look out. Breakers onside with a chance. Long drive. They got the tip on the side of the goal, but it finished back behind the net. Twin City in a good spot, but they have to be careful. Biloxi outscored them 2-0 in the previous period. Here's a chance in on goal that Sharma will recover. And he'll get a stoppage. Offensive end face-off to our left. Keeley, who opened the scoring back in the first period, takes it and wins it. Goes to Farmer. Down behind the goal, found by Butita. Butita waiting. Still with him. And tried to send a play over to Farmer, but it went out to center ice just along the logo. Collected, and Farmer will play it ahead from there. Chance onside and on goal from Salak. Save made. Back behind the net. He'll center. They chop it towards the goal. Similar look to how the Thunderbirds just scored. Farmer, driven just wide. Collected by Keeley. Slaps it behind the goal line, looking for a play to the captain, John Butita. Back to the near side now. We'll see the Thunderbirds, if they can find it. Here's Keeley looking for it. Back and forth they go. High in the zone, eventually stolen away out through center. Here comes Biloxi. We see Connor Craig get back defensively. Good effort. And into the corner. 14:30 left to go in the Culver's third period. Thunderbirds find it. Could have numbers in from center. It's Craig. And he fired towards the net, but it was blocked. Another drive there, far side, and eventually makes its way all the way around. Chance again. Butita in front. Shoot. Save made on him by Sharma. All right, media timeout. We'll step aside here in this Culver's third period. Thunderbirds have scored a couple. They lead it 5-2. We'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
I want to stop being sidelined by pain. I want to tell him I'm in. I want a surgeon who speaks more knees than he can count. I want the best care in the game. I want a team that's with me every step of the way. I want to bounce back fast. I want to show them my best is yet to come.
For the best orthopedic care, you want Novant. Novant Health. Best surgeons, amazing nurses, remarkable care.
What are you doing, bub?
Just fixing my chair.
You should call Contract Business Solutions.
Good idea. I'll give them a call.
Proudly serving the Piedmont Triad area for over 17 years, Contract Business Solutions partners with leading manufacturers to create innovative, budget-friendly workspaces. From design and layout to delivery and installation, explore our capabilities at cbsworkspaces.com.
Offense's own face-off victory for the Thunderbirds. Play in front here and on goal. Save made by Sharma as we're back following the media timeout. We played 6 minutes in this third period. Spinelli, long shot in on goal. Babbitt's got it. And so Babbitt able to make a save. That was the 21st shot for Biloxi tonight. Thunderbirds out shooting them 43-21. Offensive end face-off for the Breakers. Long shot. Babbitt run into. And they don't call that one. They called the other one. Pastuca wrestling along the hash mark. And again, after what they set the precedent earlier tonight, that has to be a penalty. Matthew Gellerman has been penalized. 13:49 left to go in the third period. Good news is Boris Babbitt stood back up. He's all right. And also good news that his teammate Yuri Pastuca was wasting no time to step in and make sure that anything that was going to develop after that was dealt with swiftly. So again, we saw a penalty called to Kaysen Golan at 4:46 of the second period. It was a goalie interference minor. And similar, because Babbitt was not in the paint there, but got run into. And they called 2 minutes each way. They'll give Pastuca 2. Pastuca's not in the box for now, but they put 2 beside his number 24. So we'll see if we play 4-on-4 hockey here. Looks like we will. Nice ovation there from the fans, by the way, recognizing that Yes, he's been penalized, but that's a penalty you're going to have to take in that situation. Festuca roughing Gellerman goalie interference. I don't know how often in a hockey game, by the way, you see back-to-back penalties in the game that both happen to be goalie interference, but that's what we have. All right, so this is now 4-on-4 hockey, still playing even strength as we're back. Biloxi will hold on to it high in the zone. This is Cox down the right wing. Off the back of the net as he's pressured by James Farmer. Tom Dumas out there, Matt Garcia, James Farmer, and Chris Mott. Those are the four skaters for the Thunderbirds. 4-on-4 hockey as the Breakers have to retreat back to the neutral zone. They'll zip it the other way and try to work from the defensive territory. Thunderbirds aggressive, looking to force them into a turnover. And nearly had it there with Mott. 1:17 left to go in the 4-on-4. Thunderbirds ahead by 3. We hope to see you back here tomorrow night. 80s night is the promotion. And then it's Pucks and Paws on Sunday. Bring your dog to the game. Puck drops at 4:05. The game presented by Pet Barn. Good collision near side with Garcia locking his man. Right along the boards as they look to steal it away. They continue to battle. Garcia's got it. Pinned along the near side corner. And stealing it away, up the wing, here we go, Garcia, he's got it, backhand drive, save made by Sharma, falls over and gets a whistle. So we have 12 and a half now left to go in the Culver's third. That was the 44th shot of the game for Twin City. Out-of-town scoreboard report, Binghamton on the road 6-0 over Indiana, 3-0 for Blue Ridge over Baton Rouge. 3-goal lead for Port Huron over Topeka at 4-1. Danbury's ahead by 4 on the road against Watertown. And again, the Monroe PD game was suspended tonight. Quick shot, they score, it's Craig! 6-2. Connor Craig with his 4th of the year, 10th of his career. And you can hear that one ring off the pipe, and in it went. And so Twin City now on their way to beginning the weekend with a victory. Still some time left, and you never know. We saw on Sunday how quickly these things can change, but Thunderbirds again well on their way with a 4-goal lead at 6-2. Headed into tomorrow's middle game of the 3-game series. Cole Crowder onside, back behind the goal. Circling around is Crowder. Uses his big body to protect the puck. Up top, Connor Craig. He looks for another one, steps up, shooting, score! And now it's a 5-goal lead. Back-to-back goals from Connor Craig. Good for Craig there to step up aggressively and pick his spot, and it went. Long shot here from Mott is turned away by Sharma. I don't know if Craig would have made the same plays if he hadn't scored just a few moments ago, but you can see that was a confident play from him. He knew he had time and space. He stepped up, picked his spot. Another good shot goes in. Connor Craig at 7:33. Connor Craig at 8:01 in the third period. Jan Salak assisted on the first one. Cole Crowder assists on this one. And Twin City may not be done. Looking for another chance here on side. Quick shot. Save made. Schnapp looking for the rebound. Back in behind the goal. Tom Dumas with it. 11:15 left to go. In front. Backhand. They score again. time it's Chris Mott. And now the goals are pouring in. 6-goal lead with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the Culver's third period. Face off at center ice. Eventually played by Biloxi. They're onside. Rodi, he's run into and found by Payson Gallant. Gallant tried to drive it out of the zone. Rodi makes a good move on Pistuka. Backhander goes off the glass. So Chris Mott has the game's most recent scoring play. As Twin City has 5 here in the third, looking for another to break. In on goal, Gallant missed. It just went wide. Sharma may have got a piece of it. Here's Zach White in front of the goal, held up, he's hooked, and that'll be the call. 10:32 left to go in the third. It'll be a hooking infraction, and the Thunderbirds will go to the power play with a 6-goal lead. So it's a 5-goal third period. Thunderbirds led it 3-2. And again, goals have poured in. And now it's a 5-on-4 power play. Offensive zone face-off. Twin City has it. In front he goes to Dumas. Rolling on him. He went back to get it himself. Down low, Butita. Back across, Jan Salak. Now to Yuri Pastuka near side. Chris Mott, one-timer. Save made by Sharma. Thunderbirds are, in all likelihood, going to threaten 60 shots on goal tonight. They have 50 right now, 50-22, with over 10 minutes and 15 seconds of time left, and they're on the power play here. 1:44 left on this penalty. Twin City working on the man advantage. Pastuka, quick pass. That one surprised Jan Salak, and so when he got over there, it was out to center. Biloxi took it. Now a 3-on-2 if they hustle. Dumas still with it off the backhand, rolling in front of the goal, and it goes wide. Breakers will get to it this time. They got plenty of room to fire, and they'll move it all the way down. And down he goes, in behind the net. As Twin City will look for it and find it by way of Connor Craig. Nearly given away there in front of Babbitt. But Craig will get back to it. That's onside here on the power play. They swing it up high. Thunderbirds have tied their season high for goals in a game, by the way. Here's Kramer. Shooting. Save made by Sharma. Good positional save made by him. He was just ready for it and stayed in the right spot there. They'll try it again. Zach White in front looking for a tip. You can see that play a mile away developing, and they try to move it across to Kramer. Gallant. Soft chip down low. Far side. Played by Keeley. Down low. Up top. They'll move it around. Connor Craig. Now Gallant back to Craig. Shooting here, looking for a hat trick all of a sudden in the third period, but it was blocked. Twin City previously scored 8 goals and an 8-6 win here in this building over Watertown on February 27th. That was also on a Friday night. Giveaway here, though. 2-on-1, maybe shorthanded for the Breakers. Long shot goes well wide and up and out. So it's a media timeout, 8:36 left to go in the third period. It's all Thunderbirds right now, 8-2 the lead. We'll be right back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
When it comes to performance, speed matters, just like on the ice. Introducing same-day dental crowns right here at Twin Oaks Dentistry. With cutting-edge technology, we craft crowns on site, eliminating the need for temporary. As proud sponsors of the Thunderbirds, we understand the need for top-notch performance. We're more than just dental care. We're your partners in achieving your best smile.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
Welcome back following the media timeout and following a barrage of goals from the Thunderbirds. It is 8-2. They've got 5 here in the third period. 5 consecutive. And we're back. Look out here off the face-off. Boris Babic shut that down. My goodness, what a save. Quickly, they get it up to Schnapp and then Crowder. Crowder's onside. We return from the power play. Or the man advantage there. The player's out of the box. In on goal here, kicked out. As chance develops, Crowder looking for it. On the near side. Now it's down low in the corner. Across they go. Swatted out by Cade Hanley. Chance in front. And batted down. Still free. Schnapp looking for it. And eventually out to center he goes for Biloxi. The Breakers will move it onside. Under 8 minutes to play in tonight's game. As they battle for it back behind the net. Thunderbirds on their way to winning a game for the 21st time this season and putting 3 important points in the standings. Near side circle. Breakers onside. Look out and on goal and shut down again by Babic. Into the corner. Good pass break up from Garcia. Out to center. Butita. Here's the captain. Shoots goal! Butita has his second of the game. Twin City has their 6th of the third period, and the Thunderbirds have set a new season high. 9 goals scored in a single game, the most all year long. It's 9-2 with 7:10 left to go. There's the announcement for the captain, Butita. Thunderbirds looking for it here onside as they announce the details of the scoring play. Here's Keeley. He started the scoring way back in the first. They'll find it onside. Down behind the line. It's Butita from Garcia at 12:40. Along the near side circle. They'll battle for it from there. Sharma plays it behind his net. And he was good for a while in relief, but now the floodgates have opened up on it. They'll go back behind the net. The chance in the attacking territory for Biloxi. Shots are 52-24. With 6:15 left to go in this third period. It was a 1-goal game entering the third period. And finally, the Thunderbirds have really taken over. Chance for the far side post. Good pass break up by Farmer. Good play there, and from Farmer on that play again, that's not going to show up on the score sheet. Here's a turnover, by the way, as Butita's looking for a hat trick. But a 7-goal game and a nice play there on that break up. Here come the Breakers. Onside. Chop it down behind the line. Babic looks on. Craig goes back to play it behind the goal. Now it's out to center. Twin City looks to play it ahead. Zach White watches it go down the rink and behind the goal here for Sharma. Over the red line. Here's Herrera. Dropped it along. Thunderbirds look to steal it though, and they do. Nicely done in front of their goaltender. Zach White. They'll cross onside with it. Now behind the goal line. White being held, continues on, and they slide one well wide of the goal here from just inside the blue paint. Chipped out to center. Thunderbirds will get to it. Back the other way, this time Kramer shooting as he tried to draw Sharma out of the goal there. They center it on him and they'll cover it. All right, we are in our final media timeout of tonight's game in the third period. We'll step aside and be back with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
When you compete at your best, you need a team that keeps you moving. At Yadkin Physical Therapy, we're proud to be the official physical therapy provider of the Twin City Thunderbirds. From
From the first evaluation to hands-on treatment, we focus on what matters, reducing pain, restoring mobility, and building confidence. Because performance isn't just about recovering, it's about training smarter, strength, stability, balance, and control. Our therapists tailor every plan to each individual so you can return to the ice, the gym, or the job feeling stronger. The same level of care we provide the Thunderbirds is here for our whole community. Students, weekend warriors, and families helping you stay healthy and perform at your best. Yadkin Physical Therapy in Yadkinville. Call 336-677-1800 or email ypt@yadkinphysicaltherapy.com. Welcome back from the media timeout, the final one here in the Culver's third period. Breakers go looking for it along the red line out to center after working the puck out there from the defensive zone face-off play. Chance onside, now late in the game. Brennan Spinelli in on goal. And Babick has no problems with that one. Got a sweet tooth? Culver's fresh frozen custard is rich, creamy, and made in small batches all day, every day. Swing by Culver's at 2973 Fair Lawn Drive in Winston-Salem and check out today's flavor, Culver's. Welcome to delicious. 4:42 left to go. Twin City is ahead by 7 goals. A touchdown and an extra point. They've reached their highest number of goals scored in a single game this year with 9. Eclipsing a couple of times. Thunderbirds able to see 8. Actually, they saw 7 a couple of times and saw 8 against Watertown. Off the backhand there from A.J. Schlepp. One of the alternate captains. Out to center. Jacob Snopp looking for it down behind the goal line. Stolen away from him. And out towards the red line. Turnover. Here's Mott. Can they get 10? Snopp waiting. Couldn't fire it. Farmer in front. Glove save made by Sharma. That was shot number 54 tonight. And so these two goaltenders for the Breakers have certainly had some work to face here on the road on this Friday night. Well, we'll have one more break after this that will send us into our postgame show, where we will recap another Thunderbirds victory. Final score yet to be decided. Face off back to Sharma. Gloves it up. But we hope to see you out here tomorrow. 6:05 the time of the puck drop for the Saturday game. It'll be 80s night, the promotion. From the face off. Down in the corner it goes. Pucks and Paws presented by Pet Barn on Sunday at 4:05. A 90s night promotion on Friday night of next week for a home game and Atrium Health Night. Thunderbirds in specialty sweaters on Saturday night next week. Specialty sweaters Sunday this week. In the midst of this 6-game homestand as they're trying to push towards the postseason. They've gone a long way tonight, getting 3 points. Here's Salak. Tried to drop it back. Eventually made its way to Dumas and then Farmer. Farmer in front. The tip goes wide. They'll throw it in front again and covered up here by Sharma. So 3 minutes and 14 seconds now left to go. Again, the Monroe at PD game canceled for tonight, postponed due to poor ice conditions. And they're going to try to make that one up on Sunday. And so as it turns out, we'll have a second game on the schedule in the FPHL on Sunday. Here's Schnopp to center one, or White rather, right off the faceoff. Long shot here is blocked. A shot from the faceoff, and it's Gallant, draws the goalie out. Up top to find Craig. And then it's picked off by Horan. Where's number 6 for Biloxi? Long shot, it goes across and back behind. And to the near side. They look to play it here onside, given away. It'll be Kason Gallant on a breakaway for 10. Couldn't get it, as he couldn't get the shot to go. Couple of chances Galanis had breaking his way down the ring. He's had a good game, but Jason Galanis, you can see how talented he is. He could have a couple more tonight. And 4 back on Sunday. Chance here in front of Babick. They'll fire in on him, and he's got this one. Galanis scored 20 seconds into this period and really started this run. Thunderbirds had 3 in the first, but they gave up 2 in the second and didn't score. They were off the board in the second completely. So after that, we had a 1-goal game entering this third period. Now we have 6 goals on the board. And the second time in 3 periods that Twin City has now had 19 or more shots on goal. They had 19 in the first and up to 56 now total here in this third period. Outshooting Biloxi 56 to 27. Outscoring them heavily at 9-2. Garcia feeds it down low to Crowder. Here's Crowder off the backhand. Now Snop's got it. Jacob Snop circling high in the zone. Sends it across, and Garcia goes out and plays it to center. He was trying to draw some time off here with 1:53 left to play. Across it goes. Here's Mott. Mott looking for it. And he'll throw it down low. Crowder overskated it. It took a sharp bounce, too. I don't know that he was expecting that. Breakers in from center. 92 seconds to play in this opening game of the weekend. Breakers and the Thunderbirds back here tomorrow, 6:05, the time of the puck drop. Tickets at TwinCityThunderbirds.com. Pucks and Paws night on Sunday at 4:05, presented by Pet Barn. Back behind the goal, played by Babick and collected here by Garcia. Well, we're encroaching quickly to the final minute of the game. Thunderbirds will respond to a ovation from the fans, and they'll be rewarded with a good win here on home ice to open the weekend. In front, off a turnover, no shot high in the zone, towards the goal. They got the tip from Butita, and it was blocked. Back down low, Butita behind the goal line, 42 seconds left. And Twin City still looking for offense here late. Working hard all the way to the end. Despite what the scoreboard says, they are continuing to play hard here. Biloxi through center. Onside, caught, dropped it away. And a collision. Keeley slow to get up. And now Farmer will carry it onside. 15 seconds left to go. Dumas in front. And save made here in the final second. 7 seconds left. What a performance here tonight. A new season high with 9 goals on the board. Thunderbirds win 9-2. It's the 21st win of the year for Twin City. 3 points will go into the standings. And the first goal has been met. They're looking to win 2 more on the weekend. You can't win 3 unless you get the first one. And they got the first one here tonight. The final here as the Thunderbirds will take a lap, salute the fans who came out to the fairgrounds to cheer them on this evening and have done so many times this year. Twin City celebrates the win on home ice. 7-goal victory. arrive, the Atrium 3 stars of the night. It was a Culver's third period in which the Thunderbirds scored 6 times. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist presents the 3 stars, and we'll see who they are tonight. We'll have the post-game show for you afterwards. But again, a 9-2 win here at home. Biloxi has lost a game in regulation for the 39th time. Thunderbirds win a game for the 21st. Here's the third star. Forrest Babbitt. John Salak, the second star with a 3-goal night. 25 saves on 27 shots for Babbitt. And here comes the captain. The first star of the game tonight will be number 14, John Butita. Now Boots will head down and speak with JJ for the post-game interview after being named the first star of the night with 2 goals.
Yeah, these fans pumped up in here tonight, making a lot of noise. Wait till take a break. There you go, you heard from John Butita from John.
All right, a 9-2 final tonight. The captain's the first star, and we'll get to it and recap it in the post-game show. So we will step aside one last time. This will be the final break of the broadcast. It will be about the same time as a typical media timeout, and then we'll come back to talk about this one. There's a lot to talk about, plenty of goals, and we'll get to them all. 9-2 the final. We'll be right back for the post-game show after this with more Twin City Thunderbirds hockey.
Flo Cadillac is a proud sponsor of the Thunderbirds. Visit 1400 South Stratford Road for a free test drive. Or go online to flowcadillac.com to schedule a sales or service appointment.
All right, welcome back inside for the post-game show after another Twin City Thunderbirds victory. This one is win number 21 on the 2025-2026 regular season campaign. Thunderbirds put 3 points in the standings. And we were looking at the out-of-town scoreboard report. Of course, they now draw closer to PD. But the PD Ice Cats did not finish their game tonight against Monroe. They had the game has been now moved to Sunday, canceled for tonight, postponed to Sunday due to poor ice conditions. And so that's going to be opportunity then on Sunday for PD to put points on the board in the standings. But Thunderbirds take care of the business that they can take care of, which is right in front of them here. They've won this first game to open the weekend. Out-of-town scoreboard report, Port Huron over Topeka 4-1. Blue Ridge beats Baton Rouge 3-0, 6-0 on the road. Binghamton over Indiana, 5-1 final. Danbury over Watertown. And so it'll take us into a schedule tomorrow, but originally we were going to be the only game of the Sunday calendar. It was going to be the 4:05 start time here for Pucks and Paws, and that was going to be it. But now that game has been moved in Florence to Sunday. They still have a 7:15 start scheduled for tomorrow, and so assuming they can take care of the issues by puck drop tomorrow, they would then have a 7:15 game tomorrow and then play that game on Sunday. The Thunderbirds, again, they take care of the business that they can handle, putting 3 points on the board in the standings. So we will get to this one, and after a high-scoring affair and a wild game in Athens back on Sunday in which the Thunderbirds went on scoring runs, it's a different opponent, but they do the same thing here tonight. So it was 3 unanswered to start the game at 2:31 of the first period, 7:50 of the second period, 14:07 of the first period. 7:50 of the first period, it was the second goal. 2:31 of the first goal, 7:50 the second goal, 14:07 the third goal. All those were in the first period. So it's Nate Keeley to open the scoring at 2:31 from Jan Slock and Cade Hanley. And that put the Thunderbirds in front, gave them a 1-goal advantage here on home ice. Yuri Pastuka at 7:50 from Chris Mott and Cole Crowder. It was a 2-0 lead. And then the captain, John Butita, he ends up being the first star of the night when it's all over. But he scores his first of the night at 14:07 from Jan Salak and Matt Garcia. So we have a 3-0 game after the first period. And shots in the first period were 19-12, favoring the Thunderbirds. I mentioned for the second time tonight they had 19 or more shots on goal in a period. They had 25 in the third period. So 19 there in the first period. And the Thunderbirds go up 3-0. However, credit to the Breakers responding when they did in the second period. Not only do they get a couple of goals on the board, and maybe some of the momentum was due to the goaltending change because they did make a goaltending change after the third goal was given up. Their starter tonight, Anton Borodkin, does not finish the game as he is pulled with 3 goals allowed on 14 shots. And then they put Raul Sharma in the game. And for a while, that really looked like it was going to work in terms of momentum. I think they were able to build a little bit of a hockey game together in the second period and get to what they were wanting to do tonight, playing hard on the road and trying to claw their way back in the game, and they do that. They get a goal from Choetin Blacksmith at 12:35 of the second period. So he makes it 3-1. Then another scoring play in the final 15 seconds. And we talk about it all the time here on the broadcast, how those goals late in the periods, they often will shift momentum. And, if you're the team that gives it up, it really feels like a back-breaking goal. You were so close to getting out of the period the score that you had it at. And if you're the team that's scoring it, you feel like that's, found money, so to speak. That's a big momentum-building play. You might not have expected to get one there in the final seconds, and all of a sudden there's a goal, and that's kind of what it looked like for Biloxi at that point in the game. So they get that second goal of the period from Alfred Rodarodi at 19:45. He wears number 18 for this group, and we got a 1-goal game. Thunderbirds heavily outshot the Breakers at 14-8 in the second period. Ends up being 25-7 shots on goal in the third, but 14-8 in the second period, it's a 1-goal game. And so I think, like the fans who are tuning in still for the postgame show, we thank you for doing that. I think, a lot of us here in the building were curious about what was going to happen in the third period. What type of game was this going to be? We had seen some, heavy physicality. Could the Thunderbirds come out and, get back to more of what they did in the first period? And obviously they're able to find several scoring plays in the third to break the game open and to win it going away. So first goal of the third period scored by Kason Gallant. He's been so good after being acquired from the transaction. You can see why he led the league in scoring a couple of years ago and in most goals scored. Roman Kramer and Zach White assist on that goal from Gallant, but he had a 4-goal game back on Sunday. Could have been 5 there at the very end from him. And so he continues his offensive production. Had a couple of breakaways tonight and was unable to score, which, you play the odds. That's not going to happen very many times with a player of that caliber. So I mentioned it earlier in the call, but he certainly could have had more than what he had tonight. But he gets one there just 20 seconds into the third period. I think that was, as much of a momentum builder was the goal from Alfred Rodarodi towards the end of the second in 1945. I think that one is equally important. Just 20 seconds into the Culver's third period, scoring a goal in the opening minute. As the Thunderbirds had surrendered one in the final minute of the previous period, they're able to get on the board in the opening minute of the third period. So it's Kason Gallant from Roman Kramer and Zach White. It's a 2-goal game at 4-2. Thunderbirds have another one. Zach White, this time he scores from Roman Kramer and Kason Gallant. So that line once again finds the score sheet. 3:45, the time of the scoring play for that one. And then Connor Craig with back-to-back goals. The first one for him at 7:33, the second one at 8:01. And again, as a defenseman, not really expected to score. So I think when you start to see goals from defensemen, that certainly gives the team a boost. And really, teammates are happy for him to see a defenseman score. But it just adds. It just adds to the momentum, and it adds to the confidence, I think, when the defenseman scores like that and scores back-to-back goals as quickly as he did. So his first one is assisted by Jan Salak at 7:33. His second one is assisted by Cole Crowder at 8:01. So at that point, after the second goal from Craig is scored at 8:01, Thunderbirds have a 5-goal lead at 7-2. But they were not done scoring tonight, as Chris Mott got one at 8:50, assisted by Dom Dumas and Jacob Schnapp. And then a goal scored at 12:40 from Butita, his second of the night, from Matt Garcia and Chris Mott. Those are the final goals, the final goal of tonight's game. The goal from Mott, from Dumas and Schnapp, and the final one was Butita from Garcia and Mott. So after all of that, it's a 9-2 win. Busy score sheet to get to here in the postgame show, but again, a 9-2 win for this group to open up play on the weekend. I mentioned this stat during the broadcast. I know many of you are on your way home. Please get there safely. If you're tuning in on WTOB, thanks for joining us in the broadcast. Thanks for joining us for the postgame show, but more importantly, thanks for coming out and supporting the Thunderbirds here in the building tonight. Certainly appreciate it. Hope to see you again here tomorrow. But this is now a new season high with 9 goals scored in a single game. Thunderbirds hit 8 a few weekends ago in a Friday night win against Watertown, and they hit 9 here tonight in this win over Biloxi. Shots on goal in the third period were 25-7. Shots on goal overall were 58-27. Had a few penalties called in tonight's game that had the controversial goalie interference calls, I think, each way. The one on Gallant at 4:46, the second, the one on Matt Gellerman of Biloxi at 6:11 of the third period. We had those calls made. We did have a rough that was called to Pastuca after he was defending his goaltender, Boris Babik, who was named the third star of tonight's game. But mostly a pretty clean game, and this one didn't turn into anything too nasty tonight. We'll see if that continues over the weekend. Just over 2,100 people in the building tonight to see this one. And again, thanks to everyone for coming out and watching the team play. Nate Keeley was a little bit slow there in the final seconds on a hit that he absorbed. So hopefully he's okay and able to go tomorrow. Several of the players this time of the year, and you hear this as well in the National Hockey League or for folks that follow that league, several players just out there, playing hurt, just trying to give it everything they have until the season is over. We don't know when the season will be over, but they certainly want to be a part of this playoff push. We saw Yuri Pastuca back on Sunday. He was unable to finish the game. He wasn't out there at the end, and Cole Crowder went back, and so they were having to mix the lines up, and thankfully Pastuca was able to battle through and come back and play tonight, so he didn't miss any time, at least in a game missed after that third period in Athens. And then we saw Keeley struggling a little bit there right at the very end. Babbitt got run into tonight, but also we remember that slap shot on Jack Johansson. We certainly hope that he is all right after just a very scary incident here, taking a slap shot up high like that to the helmet, and there was some blood involved, and thankfully a good training staff here. He's in good hands, but he was able to get off on his own power and head out to the locker room, but that was just a scary incident there, so certainly like to say that we hope that he's all right here after that. So it's a high-scoring game here, at least one-sided for the Thunderbirds to start the weekend. But they do, again, what they set out to do. They win the first game here against a team that's way below them in the standings and a team that's been struggling for a lot of this season. But that doesn't guarantee you that you're going to go out and get the results. You've got to put that together and build a hockey game. And they did that over the course of the game tonight. We'll see if they can return and do it again here tomorrow. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in to the game of the post-game show. This was a big win to start the weekend for the Thunderbirds, and we'll be back here again tomorrow night. It'll be 80s night, the promotion here in the building. We hope to see you here. It will be a 6:05 start time. Pucks and Paws is the promotion on Sunday. You can bring your dog to the game the Pucks and Paws game presented by Pet Barn. Thunderbirds will be in specialty sweaters, and those will be auctioned off following the matchup. It'll be a 4:05 start time on Sunday. 90s night will be a week from tonight on Friday against the Athens Rock Lobsters, and then the Saturday game of next week will be Atrium night. Thunderbirds will have specialty sweaters for that one. But here on the weekend, it was mascot birthday celebration for Winston-Salem and Dash, our three mascots tonight. You see there, if you're watching online for the postgame show, 80s night tomorrow night, 6:05, and then the Pucks and Paws night to finish off the weekend on Sunday. All right, that will do it for tonight's broadcast. Thanks again for joining us. Until tomorrow night, Kendall Grayson signing off from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena, where the Thunderbirds have won this one by 7 goals. The final score is 9-2. 6:05 start tomorrow. That means a 5:45 pregame show. We hope to see you here in the building and also tuning in online. All right, 9-2 the final. Until tomorrow, good night from Winston-Salem.